All right, welcome to our second session of Strixhaven, a Syllabus of Shenanigans. We are Lizards and Locations, and we are in the midst of still really getting this whole thing started and really excited about this is the campaign that we're starting fresh, level ones, ready to die. Ready to learn and really go through this.
I thought we were role playing. That's why I come here not to die.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair. To avoid life.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Allegedly.
Previously on D&D, we began our journey in the halls of Strixhaven University. The time was roughly 1:30 on Elasis 1, 1:30 p.m. that is, obviously. The year is 1707 of the Dale Reckoning, DR as they abbreviate it. The students found themselves in the central campus, specifically the Biblioplex, which is like the library. Remember, there's a central campus and you have 5 different spots, right, for each of the 5 campuses. Here our adventurers turned college students, specifically Astra and Vassie, our twin sisters, met best friends, Cotton and Farah, specifically Cotton Candy, that is. And you guys are from the Feywild. Professor Zephne T-Stride, this small halfling female, short red hair we talked about with like the shaved side, kind of pixie cut. She met you guys, introduced, kind of got you guys talking, find out who you guys were, and brought you guys into the to meet Professor Mavinda Sharpbeak. That was the Owlin, with like the golden trimmed robe with the blue and the purple panel that went like down very symmetrically between the two. There, she introduced what you guys will be doing, how the 4 years breaks down, how you guys will, in your second year, you will be assigned a college based on what your professors or deans vote on, what they think fits your talents or potential the best. Then Professor Jarvian, this slender drow, very, very extravagant. We talked about how he has the purple feather, purple vest, black robes. His cloak is like essentially rainbow colored. And his boots make a little like jingle bell sound as he walks.
It's like iridescent?
Yeah, you can say that, yeah, for sure. It has that slight displacement of it too, of course. But you guys have known him from your tales with Hakuna, and he's visited Hakuna over the years.
Uncle Jarvian.
Thing that stuck out to you guys, that he has a metal leg, almost like platinum in color, platinum-esque, I guess you could say, which you would know what it is, but we're going to hold that one on. But he introduced himself, and he volunteered, because you guys were the last group to show up for registration and do the scavenger hunt. There was about 18 to 20 of you guys in your guys' group out of 100 or so joining for the first year. He offered a tour for you guys before you start the scavenger hunt, to let you guys kind of get to know the Biblioplex, maybe speed up the scavenger hunt for you guys a little bit. So he offered, and he took you all across the Biblioplex. And there you met our ecstatic, young, not so young, very, very old human shopkeeper, Gruff Lundquist. He was interesting fella, and he sold you guys your guys' robes in your first year stuff, the silver and black typical uniform. For you specifically, you like soldier's back, if I remember, you got like 2.5 gold back.
Yes, I did.
Most expensive scarf.
But you wanted like it on your was it the skirt?
Yeah.
You wanted so you wanted the skirt like embroidered right with the symbol for Strixhaven. You guys bought the full package. I think one of you guys talked them into getting a scarf for first years because there's no scarves for first years, and you guys like that doesn't seem right. Let's get a silver and black one.
I know, I definitely wanted one.
Yeah,
So
you guys got the scarves. So that's kind of nice there. Essentially, he runs the team shop. You know what I mean? Like the typical team store at a college. So after you guys bought all your stuff, you caught up to the rest of the group, where Jarvian brought you guys to the tests, where there was like the boulder test, where you guys remember how you guys had to push the boulder in some way. And you guys did your various ideas. You tried Misty Stepping Farah, but it didn't work so well. And then you did a very, very clever idea. Do you remember what you did for the moving the boulder? Or...
Well, I used the levitate from my magical light.
Yeah, you used that levitate spell, and then you kind of used that to then essentially make it light, right? So you could then push it. It was very, very clever. You just went full-on ham onto it and just pushed it that way. I think you did the symbol. You traced the symbol and hit push, right? Was that right?
Yeah, I could read the runes that...
it was in Dwarven, yeah.
Yeah, and I can read Dwarven, so
Yeah.
I was like, oh, it says push. So
Yeah,
I
it's
just
like
pulled.
push, pull, reset, right?
So I cast Mage Hand, and I just pulled the...
And remind me what you did for yours.
Oh, I tried to be friendly and charismatic, and
You had.
and Vassy did not push the boulder a second time.
Yeah. Well, when it dropped after levitate spell, it kind of messed up a little bit. But there were some other standouts for you guys. There was like, for example, there was a Goliath that was extremely intelligent.
Extremely hot.
And then there was a dwarf as well that kind of stood out for you guys. He was seemed like an artificer type, right? So you had like a Goliath wizard and then like an artificer dwarf. Regardless, you guys were then quested with the idea of a mental challenge, a cerebral challenge, if you will. And then you guys had to think of make a square and a cube, right? So some people were drawing. Some of you guys used the chair, right, as examples. I want to say you guys did Druidcraft for yours. Jarvian did like a light, not Jarvian, sorry. His cousin, Shazu, which kind of rubbed you the wrong way, as you gave him too much information. He didn't want it.
My name?
Yeah, exactly. TMI for Shazu.
To be fair, it's a lot of information to give.
Yeah.
I'm a gnome.
But he did a light show where he like kind of made the chair, make the cube in the shadow. So he made a 2-dimensional 3-dimension, right? Or in a sense, we had
a 2-dimensional representation of a 3-dimensional object.
There we go. Yeah, essentially, that's exactly. The Goliath said like 4 and 27. Like he gave a square and then he gave a cube. Yeah,
so that's what he did.
Yeah, and then the dwarf artificer, if I remember correctly, he like reassembled the chair to make it. Like he actually like just started building.
Just carpentry.
Yeah, and just showing off those skills. After you guys did that stuff, I have on here that you guys started the scavenger hunt, right? And so one of the things I put down here is that you guys had to start out with the snarl, and there was a little bit of like a scuffle because like you were trying to hold Farah back from going into the snarl, specifically Astra was, and then you skipped into it, and it's just scary. It was brave, it was brave, very brave of you. But you guys each eventually ended up into the snarl being that weave of magic that intensifies and distorts magic. You guys found yourselves underneath it, and then you guys had potions of healing, right? Basic potions of healing, of course.
Astra was like, going into the snarl seems very dangerous and unpredictable, but apparently Strixhaven has somehow been able to like tame this one, so that it's not quite as chaotic, and they've kind of channeled it into a specific thing, which is not something that she really knew you could do.
Yeah.
So
yeah, there's definitely an advanced study going on here around the snarls and the just the overall like the these areas where magic meets, right? And the weave. The second clue, you guys found yourselves in the Alumni Center, in which you guys pulled the lever, and you guys received a Strixhaven pennant, right? A little like thing you can pin to yourselves. The third one found your guys selves in the now named Snarlbucks, where you met our very fast-talking Isla Fitzbottom.
My friend.
She took to you guys very, very quick. She gave you guys each a sandwich. She gave you guys some trinkets. Do you guys remember what trinkets you guys got? And I did add them to D&D Beyond. Hey, D&D Beyond's awesome, by the way. But like I added them to D&D Beyond for you guys. So you can just add the item on there.
I don't remember, but I know it's written on mine.
Yeah. So you we had, for example, we had a water tiger. That was like the Prismari one. We had an iron golem. We had a stone like cog that kind of made itself into a gorgon. We also had a, oh my gosh.
It says Cuddly Strixhaven mascot in my inventory, but
Yeah.
I don't have it listed as to which one it is.
Which one it was, yeah. So whoever had the Prismari, that was the water tiger one. I actually have it written down.
I want to say that was Cotton Candy.
Yeah, let's get. I have it written down.
I got the inky one.
Oh, so you got
For
Silver
Silver
Quill.
Quill.
Okay.
Yeah, you got the Silver Quill inky blot thing. Nate, you have the Prismari water tiger, so it's like essentially just, and it's like the Harry Potter paintings where they move and stuff like that. Mary, you had the Quandrix you traded is what ended up happening. So you got the rock gears. It's like a bunch of rocks that turn into this gorgon. And then you got the lore holds. That was Quandrix. You got the lore hold one, which was the iron golem.
And then we traded.
And then you traded. So now you have the iron golem and you have the gears.
And those were the
Pretty sure she asked me for it, and I never told her no.
Those were the toys we got from the
That
garden,
didn't happen.
right?
That was from the. Was that?
Those are from the garden.
Yeah, that was from when you guys went to the.
Book garden.
Sorry, I skipped a step. Yeah, that was Clue 4, wasn't that? That was the garden where you guys met the angry construction worker voiced Awakened Shrubs, and you awakened the Awakened Shrubs. Sorry, Clue 3 was the trinkets where you got the head, the severed head statue, right? That is named appropriately Sid. We had, oh my gosh, let me check my notes
I
here.
had a bottle. That plays
Glass
brass
bottle,
music.
yeah, that plays brass music, specifically of the Michael Giacchino sort.
Sure.
Very strong French horn. Nate, you had the head of a broken statue of a snarky sage named Sid. Mary, you had the sweet canteen, as in like any liquid that you drank from it tastes sweet. And then Andrew, you had the succulent that was in a clay pot dodecahedron.
Yeah.
So those were the things we got from. That was from Clue 3. That was from Isla. She gave you guys those. You guys also tried her Bingle Spice tea. And then other than that, you put in, what did you put into it? Oh my gosh, Tropibark.
Tropibark.
Which was a hallucinogen.
Yep.
That made a lot of you guys tripping. So you guys were drunk and tripping.
Sounds like a great day at school.
It sounds like college.
Another day at school.
Anyways, Clue 4, I got a little out of order. I saw you gave me the eye. But Clue 4, she keeps the end top. Clue 4.
What?
Clue 4.
Clue 4 was the book gardens. That's where you guys found the Strixhaven pennants. I got a little out of hand there. Clue 5 is when you guys found yourselves in the theater. And you guys did the performance. I think you played flute. You did like the guiro. And then you guys did like a sword fight. And then you like picked up Astra. And you're doing the one hand, like cheerleading side of things. It was really, really cool.
Like a swords dance, if you will.
Yeah, sword dance, yeah. Which makes sense for where you're going with yours.
We're very good at doing symmetrical stuff.
Yeah, that was very, very cool. So that's kind of where the clues ended. Then you guys had a rush because then, Zephany caught up with you guys. And she was just like, hey, did you guys register for classes? And you're like, oh shit, we gotta go. And so you found yourselves back with Mavinda Sharpbeak. If you guys remember, she's the guidance counselor for everybody.
Was it
first years.
Was it classes or was it?
Yeah, we decided
It's
for
classes,
classes
then-
and
jobs.
Yes, classes, jobs, and extracurriculars.
That's right.
And so the classes were first, and you guys got 5 classes. You guys, and I printed out for those who are watching. You guys, I gave them each an Excel sheet that I'm going to be tracking. Yeah, essentially.
It is school.
It
There
is
are
school.
handouts.
Yeah, there is handouts. So they each
I
have
wrote my name on the top.
their schedule. Wow, those colors are not accurate at all.
No, they
I
kind
Like
of
all those yellows are supposed to be green. All the pink is yellow. And then, oh my gosh. Oh, the pink is blue actually.
Yeah.
Wow, and it just made okay, cool. But essentially, in the actual thing, I'm sorry that it did that to you guys. But it should say by the text, right? What's a freeze time and not. But I give you guys your classes. What time is it? Midday? Is it morning? Is it evening 1, 2, 3, or 4? Right? I kind of split up the day.
If anything, the incorrect coloring makes it more authentic.
More authentic, yeah. For my kids, I don't even print out in color. I print out in black and white all the time.
Wow.
Mainly because all of our copiers are black and white.
I was just about to say, I'm
That's
like,
what I mean,
Yeah.
color printer
Otherwise,
is
I would use color. So, But the other thing it has on there is it has your relationships, it has your jobs, it tells you when your extracurriculars were. And if you guys could just remind the audience, we'll start with Mary. What was your extracurricular jobs that you chose to do?
I'm a jock, so I'm going to be playing Mage Tower, and I'm also going to be participating in wrestling, which is the Empyrean's Wrestlers. Yeah. I found out that my new enemy is going to be playing with me in Mage Tower, and I can't wait to punch him in the face.
Yeah, good old Shazu. And I put, obviously, like you said, like I put the people that you'd be doing that with. Some of you guys, I put like your boss, who your boss might be. Mm-hmm. And then obviously the days and location. I want you guys to get lost. Your first day of school is so scary. It's when you guys know where you're going to be. And like I said, there's the relationships on there as well. The relationships are a special thing that Strixhaven does, in which you'll be getting bonus, like good points or negative points. So if you're positive, you're doing good. Negative, you're doing bad with that person. And the more positive, the more likely you are to get a boon, which is there's some pretty good boons. And then if the more rough your situation is, the more likely you're allowed to get a bane. And to be more specific, let's say you piss off the person who's in charge of the Strixhaven Star, right? The Strixhaven Star is the newspaper thing. Well, they might be spreading some bad news about you.
And I did not join the Strixhaven Star?
You did not. You chose to do the dueling, Mordecaian's dueling club, and then you wanted to be a tutor.
Right.
Because there was only 2 that you could afford to do.
Right.
Yeah. You talked about...
Yeah, there's so many things we could do.
Yeah. So the tutoring, you get to choose your own hours, right? I said. Mm-hmm. So as long as you do 2 sessions per a 10-day.
Yeah. All this yellow on mine says either tutor / free, so I could literally tutor at any time I want to.
And you guys can kind of see 8, 9, 10 is their weekend. You know how typically we use Saturday, Sunday, right? And the calendar of Harptoast 8, 9, 10 is like their weekend. So it's like a 3-day weekend. What were yours that you had?
I'm gonna be part of the show band, and I'm gonna be part of the Performing Arts Society.
As a person,
as the MC.
And a little background knowledge: us 3 right here did band like most of our lives. I'm still doing band stuff like right now, and it takes up a lot of your schedule. Could you tell me what days band takes up in your schedule, please?
Okay.
I can find it if you need it.
Yeah, it takes up day 1, day 3, day 5, day 7, and day 8.
Yeah,
oh my God.
That's very realistic. Essentially, I went like, hey, Monday, Wednesday. Yep.
I looked up for funsies. Because, our old band director used to put calendars on the website for everyone to download. Just like 2019-ish, I looked up what their calendar looked like.
Is it a fraction?
Fraction.
We have practice like every day except Wednesday?
Wednesday for church.
Yeah.
I have to say, I was really hoping that the dueling club, I saw day 6, and I was like, is it going to be day 9? No.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not only would that
yours
have
is
been
more
a fun,
towards the weekend because of injuries.
Not only would that have been a fun sex number, but day 9 is actually a personality that I used to watch a lot of StarCraft 2 videos for. So that would have been a fun little thing.
Yeah,
but it's okay.
That is pretty cool. So you said the you're doing the MCing, right? And then you said you're doing the show band. And then Cotton, what are you doing?
I'm a stagehand at the Performing Arts Society and in the Horticulture Club because plants are the best.
There we go. And going back to Farah, the MC, you're the first MC that they've ever had. They like Magnus, who was the Labradorite tiefling that you met when you signed up for jobs. He was like, "Yeah, I'm in charge of that. Why not? Let's put a job there." So you will be doing a lot of the announcing and the speaking, as they go into it. I think it's at the Rose stage, if I remember right.
It is, yeah.
Yeah. So those were we had some of our jobs, our extracurriculars. Like I said, you guys met Magnus Tectonos. Other than that, you guys made your way back after extracurriculars to the main stacks of the library, where there was a screaming going on, and we kind of ended the session with a battle with a mimic-esque creature. I say mimic-esque because the way it died was very different than a typical mimic. And you guys investigated it, couldn't find anything really out of the ordinary on it. Yeah, I mean,
Bad rolls.
yeah, it was. We tasted it. We tasted the black.
Some of you tasted it.
Yeah, that's true. You tried stopping them.
I tried my very, very
it's a
best.
good way to
Tasted
know
bad.
whether things are
Yeah.
toxic.
Well, I mean, to be fair, we asked Cotton what it tasted like, and she said, "quote unquote," bad mud, and I was like, "Okay, I see what that means." Like contextually in my brain, Vassy, don't taste it, and you're like, "No, I gotta." I'm like, I'm gonna get your half the inheritance anyway, I guess.
So, feel pretty good. Got an idea of what we did last time.
Yeah,
A good wrap up. All right,
we're
so
ready to actually go to class like nerds. I
I'm
guess.
just all I can think about
it's cool.
is Shazzy's fucking face.
All right, so it's currently 9:30 p.m. Still Elisis 1. Professor Mavinda, I should say, has made her departure from you guys. As
Dean
you guys
Mavinda?
know. Huh?
Dean Mavinda?
No, not Dean. She's
Not Dean.
she's a guidance counselor of first years. You guys don't know this, but like guidance counselors switch when you go to second year. But first year, she's in charge of all first years, so she's got her hands full with a couple.
And she's
hundred
my
of you guys.
boss while I'm a tutor, so that's fun.
So you guys, it's 9:30. Elisis 1. You guys are at the Biblioplex main stacks. What do you want to do?
And this is after everything has happened?
Yep, everything's
It's
already.
about 6:30.
Who's all still around? Is everyone kind of like, we're kind of like, yeah, great, we killed the mimic, and then everyone kind of shuffled away? Because remember, there was kind of a commotion.
Some of the staff are talking to the people trying to get eyewitness accounts. There's a few professors who are investigating the chest after you guys walk. You guys are standing next. You're like, here's the chest about 10 feet away from you guys now. A few professors. You see specifically Jarvan and Magnus checking it out.
Is anybody trying to question us? Like,
Mavinda's already talked to you, and she was kind of in charge of the whole orientation, so you don't see anybody specifically eyeing you guys or anything. The noise is quieted down, right? I mean, it was hectic for a while. Now it's more tranquil.
Actually trying to figure out if, now that everyone is a bit distracted, if you should wait for past the first day to try and sneak into the restricted section of the library. Probably. Because I probably should give that a little bit of a waiting time. Don't get in trouble immediately.
Farrah's gonna find Mavinda. Mavinda's still around?
She started walking away, but you can catch up to
It's
her.
like, hey, Mavinda, where do we stay for the night?
She turns to you. Oh, we didn't really talk about that, did we?
I didn't even think about it.
Well,
Asher holds up a pamphlet that is
I
like...
can just sleep anywhere.
And she starts holding up a pamphlet and then sees that you guys are going to talk about it anyway. That's kind of like,
I
okay.
want to sleep on the ground. I thought we had rooms.
so there are dorms. They are in the central campus. You can find your way there if you just exit the Biblioplex. You take a left, and then follow that road through the Archway Commons, and you'll find a large structure that will have many of the students. Like the wings just coming out. You'll see many of the students huddling towards. Just follow the crowds, and you'll make your way. That's 4 to a room currently.
Okay.
But they have been assigned. It should say on the back of your thing, and not on your guys, not on your guys's, but well, actually, I think I did put it on there for you guys. You 4 are actually staying together.
Wow!
It's like destiny, guys.
What a coincidence!
Or lazy DMing, one of the two.
You're saying you don't want to have to maintain 2 separate locations for no reason? Dang. Okay.
What?
Crazy.
I don't think that's that lazy, dude.
If anything, that's just hella convenient.
It's giving us an impetus to stay friends.
That's fair.
Or not.
Or not. I mean, shit.
So
You could just wrap it around as something fate.
Anyway.
But one of the so if you guys find your guys' way to the actual
Quad.
the quad, if you will, right? That's where you'll see that.
Well, I assume that once everyone gets in, Astra is going to immediately claim a bed of her own and start mage handing posters up on the wall.
Okay. We'll say we gotta make our way there first, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, we make our way there.
You guys leaving to go towards it?
Yes.
Yeah. Like,
Okay.
well, if you don't need anything, we're gonna head to our room.
Very well. Once again, I am proud of you. Not the eating the mud part, but I am proud of you.
Good way
I
to
didn't do
find
it. I didn't
toxic
do it.
things.
I didn't do it.
You can see Astra's face just become tired as she says that, like, thank you.
Nature is important to understand fully.
I'm here to learn, and if that means eating mud, I'm gonna eat mud.
Should really understand the world with all of your senses.
Gonna get you a shirt that says that.
Will you?
Yes.
Right. I'm going to start working on some more schedules. So you guys make your way out back through the grand staircase that you guys found yourself in the very beginning, and to the left you see a very large, not line but clusters of students making their way, and you see the Archway Commons, which is this beautiful. It says everything about what Quandrix is really. It's these stones that are weaved together to make these arches, these magical arches that are colossal in size, gargantuan.
Is it so the common area in the central one is still done by Quandrix? As like an architectural?
No, this is not actually. Well, make an Arcana check or a History check, whatever you.
I get to make a check. Hell yeah! Roll in. Natural 20.
Yo!
Really? Okay. So
What a start!
was that Arcana History for you?
Arcana.
Okay, so this is not architecture. This is magic. This is completely raw formed areas in which a snarl is beautiful, but it's it's tight. It's a knot under the weaving, right? An Archway Common is this. These arches are these gargantuan in size stone structures held together, defying whatever gravity is, and making these beautiful, almost like magnetically attracted pieces of magic. So the weave of magic is like tripled in size here.
Crazy. Okay.
Yeah, it's not architectural at all. Not by design.
But it's designed by like the Quandrix stylings.
The Quandrix style is a replication of the Commons idea.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I think are you familiar with the movie Avatar?
Well, the reason why I asked is because I know Quandrix has its own entire campus.
Yes, they have their own campus, and they have based their architecture on the arches and the arches are, you would be familiar with this, they have since the convergence of the two worlds of Arcavio Centaurial, they have formed arches throughout Toriel. Like there's these new pieces of arches, just like there's new snarls.
Okay. Awesome. Let's continue on our way towards our
Okay,
room
so you make your way past the clusters. You see students in various robes, purple and black, orange and brown, essentially representing the different colleges of Prismari and Lorehold, as well as the Silver Quill, which the Silver Quill looks more like your guys' because it's silver and black. You see the Witherbloom with the green. What were you gonna say?
I was like, is the Silver Quill, like, how close is it to the first year uniforms?
The silver is more of like your guys' is more black than silver. Theirs is more silver than black.
I see.
And we can also peek at the official artwork too.
Mhm.
I think the designs are just
Fair enough.
It's in the it's in the admittance letter you guys have.
Okay.
The fonting I did for that is not the fonting, but the background is what their uniforms is.
I'll check it out.
But the one of the cool things that you'll notice is that they seem to be upperclassmen that are helping the lower class underclassmen get into their respective dorms.
How many pranks are we saying? Are there, like,
From who?
from Vicinity? Look, there's upperclassmen and lowerclassmen.
What's going on there?
There's got to be some shenanigans.
Okay,
happening.
do a perception check as you make your approach.
If there's not, I'm making shenanigans.
How many students would you say we see?
On what side? The walk to?
Just kind of just in general, like from when we first walked from the Biblioplex to the quad, like is it like a bustling, like there's a ton of students, like hundreds of students, or is it like kind of like
in your path towards this, the people in the similar robing that you guys have purchased, 75-ish, although you were told there were more than that, right? But 75-ish have made it because people were ahead of you guys and stuff like that. As far as just in general, closer in the lower 300s of students.
Yeah. Look, my character is good at understanding and investigating what she sees.
Mm-hmm.
Actually seeing the things, not quite as good because I got an 8.
8, okay. You look.
I said 8, yeah.
Yeah, you said. Yeah, you said 8. They seem the RAs, if you will, seem like they are being respectful towards the underclassmen.
I'll change that.
Suspicious.
Anyway, I'm gonna try and put a kick me sign on them. Just real quick.
On the underclassmen walking ahead of you, or
RA.
Or an RA. So you're trying. Okay.
I was like, I'm pretty sure we are the underclassmen.
Yeah.
Are there any RAs or just even upperclassmen that are kind
Still,
of being dicks?
probably right.
Sleight of hand,
It would be a
perhaps?
sleight of hand, yeah.
Anyone being like absolute dicks or something?
You would have to do a perception as well.
Sure.
I mean, it's pretty good.
22.
22. So one of the RAs in the green and black, representing Witherbloom, is standing there, and he's giving instructions to a dwarf, and the dwarf you guys recognize with the monocle. And he's just like, so if you just go right through this pathway right up here, and as he's giving instruction, just whoop, put it right on the back.
Yep, kick me. And then
The dwarf kind of just like, you see his like monocle eyes squint.
And
he goes-
I go,
He goes, "Oi, thanks. I appreciate your service, and I just wanted to say I love your attire. It's really great. But yeah, you've been so helpful." And then he makes his way.
I owe him one.
Yeah. What'd you roll for your perception?
16.
16. You were looking for specifically
Assholes.
assholes.
Well,
yeah.
ding ding ding.
But assholes that aren't my friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you see a couple people. They seem to be first years. They weren't any of the standout guys, but they're, half the size practically of this Goliath figure. Goliath, you guys recognize, is the very intelligent one, and he's muscly. And they're kind of like circling him and like chirping in his ear, kind of like, "You're a little like, what's a Goliath doing here at a college?" Kind of like trying to get in his ear, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's just smiling. He just keeps walking, and then he stops, and he looks down, and then he keeps walking, and then one of the kids falls over. As you see from a distance, a mage hand like tie their shoes together real quick, and then he keeps walking.
Well, okay then.
It's my boy.
Seems like he can handle himself.
You can probably
I think
handle
I'm
himself.
gonna-
Not only in physicality, but he's above his breed.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
barge into this group of first years that are definitely taller than me.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone's tall.
Yeah,
Is anyone not taller than us?
Isla, not Isla, Groff. Groff was a human that was smaller than you guys
Okay.
for some reason.
I'm gonna just beep up over, shove my way into these chirpers, and I'm gonna be like, "What's up, man?"
So you see a bunch of them like, "Hey, how you doing? Hi."
To the Goliath, mostly.
Oh, you're saying to the Goliath.
Oh yeah, ignoring the rest of them.
Oh, and they're just like, "Hey, we're talking to him. What are you doing?"
Not looking at him, just going, "What's up, man? That was really impressive what you did back there with the boulder challenge."
He stops, and they kind of all stop because everyone ran to him, and he turns to you. "Thank you."
Astra will walk up and said, "I was more impressed by the root and cube, or the square and cube challenge personally.
Yeah, that was really cool.
You enjoyed that, did you?
Yeah.
Very clever."
How tall are these the other people? They're
5'8", 5'10".
sure. So I'm pretty much towering over them,
Yeah.
or at least a little bit for some of them. And I'll wrap my arms around 2 of them and let the black veins creep up my neck, and slightly use an unsettling visage to make them a little unsettled.
Do an intimidation, I guess.
And that's not very good.
Stop bullying this giant man.
I know what my intimidation is. It's probably not good because I rolled a 7 plus something. Oh, 7 plus 7 though, so 14.
So the
You have a
three.
+7. Jeez.
I do.
So the three, you put your arms around two, and then the third one is kind of next to them. One of them just like immediately jets and runs.
and I tell them that he clearly is made for this school, and I'm not quite sure they are really.
The other one kind of looks at you and he kind of just like tries ducking under, like, hey, I'm just kind of, hey, we're just having fun, that's all. And the third one kind of looks at you and goes, that's cute.
Is it my nemesis?
It is.
I keep my arms around them, even the one trying to duck away, he's kind of stuck. But he's probably not, because I'm not very strong.
Are you trying to athletics?
Not really, only if he's trying to pull away.
No, this is the third guy that you didn't get an arm around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the other two. One
You said
like
the other guy was like kind of like this.
no, there was one who like immediately ducked under and sprinted.
Okay.
He was the one. The other one was like, okay, I'm done. See ya. Yeah. The third one was Shazu.
But I don't let the second guy go. There's the second guy in Shazu that I'm holding on to.
Okay.
And
No, you don't have a hand on Shazu.
Oh,
Shazu is the
oh.
third. Yeah.
I'll keep my hand on the other guy still, just to,
Okay, athletics.
I know
He's
someone
is
was
trying
trying
to
to hand
Sure.
out
Yeah.
because I'm definitely going to be able to do that. That would be a 2.
Okay.
He gets
Yeah, he kind of like twists your arm and just like pushes off of it real quick and just starts going. Like he's out.
Bye.
Yeah. Shazu looks. The Goliath looks to the two of you, and he goes, "It was impressive what you did with the movement. You would be a strong one in my clan.
Pretty. Thank you.
You seem wise above your age."
Thank you.
He looks to Shazu. You impress me, I'm not going to lie. Since we're dormed together,
Ooh, fun.
so let's not make this unnecessarily rough.
Enjoy the semester, boys.
And so Shazu turns to him and looks, and he goes, "Just a bit of fun. Ola, I'll see you guys in classes."
Hope not. You should really hope not.
You should check your schedule. I already did. And he goes away.
I don't know who my classmates are. Squinting. Mage Tower!
Yeah, it doesn't say on here.
It won't tell
who's
you.
with us. but
Just
yeah.
because I would have to like 30, 40 or something.
And I don't blame you.
Yeah.
So sure.
So you guys make your way past. You hear as you guys make your way up. So, ow! Why is everyone kicking me?
Bassie's just like,
You see,
+1 Selena's.
you do see a couple like mage hands kind of like flicking him too. People are using magic as pranking for sure.
I mean, you can mage hand a foot.
Yeah, you could. Mage foot.
Yeah. Poor dude.
So, your guys' dorm, as you guys make your way up, everything's like color coded for you, and so you guys find yourselves into the 7th floor of the structure, and there's easily about 15 floors of this.
Wow.
Yeah, this is huge. And as you guys make yourselves to the 7th floor, you third door on the left, you find your guys' door.
can I just
The
point out?
third door.
Third door on the left.
Can I just point out that the wavelength you and I have to be on for you to make two words with the right inflection and facial expression, and I knew immediately. I was like, That's my nemesis. I call it now. 2 words.
Okay, well, Astra will go up to the door, kind of like mage hand open, and then like hip check it a bit, and like pull the her little rolly bag with her owl on it.
Oh, you know I'm doing the bags.
So,
Okay.
so when you walk in, it is designed almost in a pentagon structure. So what I mean by that is you have a common room, right? And the pentagon structure is typical. It's to represent the 5 schools and everybody coming together in this. In
Oh, do we all get our own room?
You all get your own room.
Hell
so
yes!
It's a common room, and essentially it's the north room is everybody's like. It is a shared bathroom because we're in high fantasy, so it is a shared bathroom. But there's a common room with a kitchen and dining room, so it's essentially that 3. And then essentially you have your choices from left, right. If you're thinking of the pentagon, right? So north, left, northwest, northeast, southwest, southeast, right? For your guys' rooms.
I would love to see the architects among us draw up some cute stuff.
Yeah. If you guys didn't know, by the way, Nate and Kat are both architects in their daily lives.
They're capital J jobs.
Yeah. Role players in the sheets, but
Oh god. Oh god. Astra will take the near left one, just immediately.
So southwest. Okay.
Southwest.
I want the best view to the forest.
The forest would be northeast, because that's towards Witherbloom.
Okay. That actually is a good question. Does my room have a window to it?
They all have windows. Yeah, essentially.
So it's like little outcroppings.
Yeah.
It must
Yeah,
look
it's
like
it's like a bay windows. If you're familiar with bay windows.
Probably southeast, I suppose.
The south what? Southeast. We have northeast, southeast, and you said southwest. So that would leave northwest if you're. I mean, yeah.
She didn't care. She was in Astra's room. And
Yeah, the way northwest works is it's overlooking like not Prismari, Lorehold. That's what it's kind of overlooking.
And where am I overlooking?
You're kind of like Lorehold / Prismari. It's
And
like kind of a similar view.
what
It's
about
not super off.
Big Cotton Candy.
It's a little bit south of Witherbloom, so yours is looking more towards Silverquill. So.
Cool.
So.
None of us are looking at Quandrix, so that's ugly.
Yeah,
all
Quandrix is straight up north.
Probably on the other side of the.
You guys, Quandrix is actually south of campus. If I remember, I'll double check my maps. But for what you guys can see, in your room, queen size bed, which is
Hell yes.
very nice for college.
So bougie.
Yeah, that's bougie as hell. You guys have what would be equivalent to like a 1-level computer desk, and then like a 3-tiered bookshelf computer desk system where you're like very nice for studying and while also stacking your books up. So like 2 shelves for books, 1 shelf for like really nice office space.
I can just pick Astra just looking up at this bookshelf, where she barely reaches the second shelf.
Yeah,
and
you would have to climb up.
This isn't enough book space.
I'm like, I guess I could fit all my trophies on this.
This is one room for one person?
There is a trunk at the foot of your bed. A very large trunk. Think Harry Potter size, right? You know, for what they
A trunk, yeah.
European style. And then the common room space is it's one of those L style couches, right? Well, I guess it's a U because it has the shades.
Oh, it's the whole thing.
Yeah, it's the whole
Nice.
freaking thing. And then there is the large, like, coffee table in the middle. The kitchen is roughly a 6-seater, if you will. It's in an oval shape. For the I should say dining room.
The dining room, right.
Yeah, for the kitchen, not big. I mean, it's college, right? So it's not going to have a large kitchen.
We have our own kitchen. That's wild.
Yeah, so it really is mainly just a heating space, right, for everything, and then a washing space.
God.
And when I say washing space, it's a place where you can use, like, great water and wash your dishes and stuff.
I love that you've created the dorm we never got to have.
Yeah, right? The bathroom is typical for what you would expect, except instead of wood for seating, it's marble, which is really fucking nice. If you think about the cooling of that system, versus getting splinters. Hey, I'd rather have a cold butt than a warm butt. No, I'm just gonna take that one back.
All of us.
Sure. My legs get
Been a
warm,
punctured
man.
butt.
Yeah, there you go.
Anyway.
Yeah.
He said punctured, not other words.
So.
I'm okay.
Like I said, Astra is going to spend like probably 15-20 minutes putting up posters, putting up like all of her little trinkets.
Curious, what would your posters be like? Like, what would you have decorating?
What would Astra have decorating? I want to say maybe some posters from like her favorite book tours, something like that. Like she had one signed from like an office.
Maybe like a Mordenkainen up there, or
yeah,
a
like
Volo's guy.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know?
Like maybe like a signed poster of Mordenkainen and like the like Mordenkainen's Fiendish Folio.
Yeah, Fiendish Volo's. Yeah.
No, it's not Fiendish Folio. It's the
Tome of Foes.
Tome of Foes. Yeah.
Okay.
The
Well,
high
Mordenkainen
fantasy.
does have a
Fiendish Folio. Yeah, so she's probably got like
Son
3
of
or 4 things of Mordenkainen and then like some other wizards that she looks up to. And
Yeah,
then-
yeah.
Definitely the high fantasy equivalent of the periodic table of the elements.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Maybe like the
None of that Gilderoy shit. You know, none of that Gilderoy Lockhart. All like legit good wizards.
Yeah, like there's a thing in Final Fantasy XIV where this applies, where the elements kind of have an interlocking, like symbols that kind of go with each other,
Okay.
and something like that would definitely be applied to the periodic table of elements.
Yeah.
Like there's ways that they interact and how they are connected and how that
I'm thinking of.
affects each other.
I'm actually because I never played 14. But I'm thinking of 8, and the system of these for the leveling of certain skills and stuff. Or maybe it was 10. I'm thinking of
10 was the sphere grid.
sphere grid. I'm thinking
Yeah.
of 10. Then the sphere grid.
Well, in Final Fantasy XIV, there's 6 elements, and each one of them has either an umbral or an astral thing.
Okay. Okay.
And astral, it's a story beat, but it's supposed to be just like some elements are more like geared toward change, and more are more geared toward stasis.
Okay.
And that's the
Continuity
interlocking thing.
change. Yeah.
I'll tell you about it later, but like
Yeah,
just
yeah.
something akin to that, where like they're arranged in a circle and there's like different lines
That
pointing to
lead
each
towards
other.
them. Yeah, I like that. Okay. You decorating your room at all? Or?
Oh yeah.
Stop looking at the hockey game.
I'm looking at the hockey game. Oh, this is being recorded during Game 7 of Lightning versus Toronto.
And we're
I
from
am-
Florida, so you can
rules.
guess that we're obviously going for Toronto. I'm just kidding. Lightning.
Wow. To
Yeah.
even joke about
Yeah.
that
Hey, the Kings game is also going on in like a couple hours.
on the West Coast.
Because it's
Yeah.
West Coast.
And the Florida Panthers eliminated the Capitals last night.
Sorry if that's a spoiler, but it's obviously not because by the
But
time.
there's no way we can spoil this. It's coming out in a month. Also, me being a rare breed of nerd who crosses over into sports. I'm not sure how many more others there are. So,
It's at least 2 of us.
well, that's
3, 4.
There you go.
Sports teams.
Mine's just baseball.
people who like
Sports balls.
fantasy sports are nerds.
Mhm.
That is the
Sports
truth.
sticks
Anyway.
hitting the sports ball.
Speaking of fantasy sports, my posters are, first of all, not level.
Okay.
Just slacked up as my hands
They'll be
go.
level, but when she goes.
Astro will absolutely level.
But eventually.
Yeah,
They
they will
are-
be.
Not
They
initially.
will.
Dock Blockers posters,
Okay.
Mage Tower posters, wrestling posters, the Mage Tower game schedule, right next to my desk.
Which you probably just got to. Like you got
Just
you
got
were
it.
like, alright, gotta put this up there. Here's the big game.
Yeah, there. I've got my trophies on my bookshelf instead of books. Astra's got the books. I don't need them.
I am really excited for Astra and Vassy to be on the same Mage Tower team. That's gonna be excellent for year 2.
Sweet. But yeah, it's just sports and wrestling. Sports, wrestling, sports, and wrestling. All of my clothes have been thrown akimbo into the chest. I have not even attempted to close it. And I have thrown, like, a Mage Tower blanket and shit on top of my bed. Like, it's already getting decked. And I'm like, the only reason why the whole place isn't floor to ceiling Mage Tower is because I don't know what team I'll be playing for after first year. And when I know what cauldron we're in, it's over.
Good enough. Good enough.
I feel very lonely in my own room, and I take all of my things that are still in my bags, and I go over to Farah's room, and I knock on the door because I'm not a rude person, I suppose.
And Farah's gonna just kind of pop up and like, oh hey,
Want some tea?
yes, I'll
Okay.
love some tea.
I go in and make tea, and it's a very special tea,
Specialty.
Especially.
made from some cactus flowers I happen to have.
Have you made this one before?
Yes.
Like I don't know. Have I had it before?
Yeah,
Like it's like
Sure.
your famous cactus tea.
absolutely.
Oh my god, I love this cactus tea.
Yeah, I bet.
It's famous for making you feel happy and
Euphoric.
kind of euphoric and open to the world around you.
Cactus juice. It'll quench you.
It'll quench you.
Oh, quench.
It's the quenchiest. Nothing's quenchier.
All right.
Giant friendly mushroom is going to have a completely different meaning with cotton candy around.
When you walk in, were you like setting up your room or something like that, or were you?
A little bit. Like, so Farah was putting up like some things to remind her of home, like various like flowery things, and then there was like a photo that she put up that was like a painting. It was like of her grandfather who passed away.
Okay.
So she like kind of
Like
he wanted her to
kind of that kind of thing.
Yeah, he kind of wanted her to like do something with like music and like be like a dawn greet and stuff like that. He like had high expectations and he knew like she was going to be something great, and so she kind of
Does,
like
in the photo, does he have like a specific instrument or anything like that?
he also has a flute.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
He also has a flute.
It's fun. I imagine our dorm is going to smell very much like a wet forest at all times.
Mine's
Yeah.
gonna smell like socks.
Oh, that's so bad. God.
One of us needs to learn prestidigitation immediately.
Yeah.
Nope.
So,
Yeah.
anything else?
Apparently
for the
mine
rest
just
of the
smells
day?
like
You guys wanna
specialty and
go to sleep,
flowers.
or-
I'll
Well,
chill on
some of us have to
Farrah's
wear
desk.
socks.
Hold on.
I'll chill on Farrah's desk
True.
and pull out some ink and start making a very tiny doodle of all of our friends
Okay.
that we made today.
Nice. Anything else for you guys before you guys go to bed?
I mean, it's what 7:30 at this point.
No, it was 9:30 when you
It's
guys.
past
Oh.
9:30.
Yeah.
Dang,
Of course.
that walk from the bibliotheque.
Yeah.
or
No,
bibliotheque-
it was 9:30 when you guys left.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
it was
yeah,
6:30. My
yeah.
bad. No, yeah, sleep time then.
Of course,
I don't know.
we're
You're just
now
in
just a
California
little
versus Florida.
tired.
I got you.
So,
You're saying you're giving me the look like, is it time? And I can't tell if it's I'm ready to go on to the next thing or
No, you guys have this full
Anyway.
Well, see, Farah
First day was very like, here's what's going on. Now it's you guys. What do you guys want to do?
Farah kind of euphoric from the cactus tea is going to just kind of play like a sweet little melody, and like we're just gonna kind of like chill
gonna-
out.
It's gonna put Asher to sleep. Like looking.
Yeah.
Bam.
Can you do a performance for me real quick? I'm curious, at this level, how you're doing.
Because I imagine that our mom would play
All
music
time, right?
to put
Yeah.
us to sleep.
And
So like, when we
Hakuna
hear
seems
music-
very into music.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a vibe. I was gonna say I was gonna go for a run, but no, music would knock my ass out.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good.
For me,
Character
everything life is movies. Movies put me out now.
and meanwhile, we have absolutely
laying
no
down.
idea that they
Movies.
follow
No,
us.
it's if I'm laying down.
Aw.
If I'm laying down,
No.
I have to sit up.
That's a not good roll.
Oh no.
How we do?
Natural one.
Natural one.
Look. Okay, maybe I don't.
Maybe
think
we
so.
don't fall asleep. Maybe we're
Yeah.
awake for another few
I'll
hours.
play really quietly in your room and no
Well,
one else can hear.
You know, can I try it where it's like she like plays and it's like a little off, and she's like, and then she tries again?
Let's
How-
do this.
How
So you-
generous is the DM?
Yeah.
Today?
So let's do this. You go to play, and you haven't tuned your flute yet, right? You haven't adjusted the. If I'm correct, flutes they pull in, pull out, right? If
That's
I'm-
true with the neck.
Yeah, right at the neck. So it's a little sharp. And so you are like, oh, and like that's not what a flute sounds like. Just so you guys Like you,
Yeah, like the back of like all the hair on the back of our necks is like,
yeah, it's like a damn dog whistle. But you kind of fix it, and at that point, you're kind of realizing that this tea, man, you always feel really happy when you drink this tea. It might be getting to the senses a little. If you want to, you can do it again, but higher DC. How about that?
Yes. I want to try again.
Let's do it.
I want to try again. I need to recover.
L performance. He rolls a natural one. No, I'm just kidding.
I would.
I would. It would be meant to be at that point.
That is it.
It's not bad.
Not the worst. 16.
16 is pretty good.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah, you went from like the DC went from a 10 to a 14. So yeah. Yeah, you guys, for the most part, this is pretty nice music, right? A little offset from that first little
doesn't
hair
matter.
rising.
Doesn't matter. Good music, out like a light.
Yeah. So cool.
A little tear falls because it's just so beautiful.
Yeah. It's not that beautiful, but sure, Cotton.
I'm so out like a light. I couldn't even.
Wonderful.
She's a level 1 bar. It's not that good.
I'm out so fast that I don't even make it quite to my bed. I like hear music and I'm like, damn, I'm tired. And I start, this is clunk.
One of the cool things is if you got, I'm sure we've all at some point done this, but like had someone live above us. There's no like sound coming from above you. It's like pretty nice atmosphere, which is very brave of me saying that living in an apartment.
If only reality reflected.
Yeah,
fantasy,
right. But it's pretty tranquil, which makes the silence and the acoustics so much nicer for your music. Okay, so sleep. You going to sleep as well, or are you staying up talking with Farah?
We'll definitely talk a little bit. We have to finish our tea.
Cool. All right.
I mean, that tea doesn't put you. I don't know what's going.
And I'd prefer
A vision trip.
If Farah doesn't kick me out, I won't go back to my room.
Okay.
I'd just sleep on her desk or on the floor.
We should rent out Cotton Candy's room.
Farah doesn't kick her out.
It's
super. Farah doesn't
She
seem.
won it.
Farah doesn't seem. What's the word? Like confrontational. If that makes sense.
Cotton Candy's
Does
room
that
is on the
seem
party room.
accurate?
We
Yeah.
are best friends. If you wanted to kick her out, that'd be fine.
I know, but I don't think it's Farah's thing, though.
You both are pretty small. You can fit on a queen size bed.
Oh, I don't need to sleep in the bed. I was just chilling on the desk or on the floor.
You're not gonna sleep at all.
I'll sleep, just not
Yeah.
need. I don't need to sleep in the bed.
Okay.
So, you
Just
find
don't let the
you find
bed
yourselves in your respective rooms, and you two sharing Farah's room.
Thank God.
You guys are aware of, based on the itinerary, that the second day is actually not a school day; it's a tour day. And I say tour day loosely. It's go find your classes, go meet your professors.
So this is like day 10 on the week, and then
No. So day 1 was one.
I meant like up for the schedule, not necessarily for day
No.
one
On
of
that
what we're
schedule,
doing.
day 1 was. Imagine day 1 is not like we're in starting week, so day 1 actually doesn't look like day 1 on that.
Or
Day one was
orientation week, where
orient-
lots of fun things happen.
Yes, ish. Day 1 was complete orientation. Day 2 is go meet your teachers, go find your locations. Day 3 is when school starts.
Okay. Which
you'll
is
notice-
literally day 3 on here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so day 3 on your guys' schedule is when you guys would do your typical things.
Which is the same thing as day 1 for me anyway, so that makes sense.
It should be respectively day 3s and day 5s should be respectively similar to day 1.
Mhm.
If that makes sense.
At least for classes.
Yeah, for classes at least. Yeah, which is what they care about, right? When they set their schedules.
Okay, cool.
So
Day 2.
you
Let's
guys
let's go get lost.
wake up in the morning,
I wake up at the crack of ass and go for my run.
go for your run. Cool. Do an athletics check. See if you don't. Just how you're doing in the morning.
What?
I'm gonna go
It's,
with her.
it's a new atmosphere. You're taking a new run. So
I'm going with her.
you going to run too? Okay.
What the hell?
I rolled another natural 20.
I rolled a natural 2, but I just checked this game, and it said the Maple Leafs scored. And now it says they did not score, and it's a Lightning power play.
Stop looking at the
I
game.
thought we weren't getting.
I'm going to
Spoilers.
powerbomb you into this
How
table,
are we
and then we'll
going
never
to
be able
watch
to play
it
again.
afterwards?
Anyway, it's an 8.
It's an 8. Okay. For whatever reason, you are so excited about the mage team tryouts and like, who am I going to be the reserve team for? And I'm going to make my way up. I don't care. I'm going to make my way up there. You're so excited that for the first time in your life, Astra is not just beating you, she's lapping you.
I rolled a natural 20, which means I got a 19.
Yeah.
By the way.
It's okay. That's so sad, but it's okay. Yeah, she's lapping you.
I'm just like,
It's like your blood is pumping, your heart is beating so fast that you're actually like out of breath. You know what I mean? Like you're getting shorter breaths now.
Like, I don't mean to be Travis McElroy about this, but like I literally did roll 2 20s. You saw it.
I did.
It was right there. Anyway,
So you
Astra
gotta
is
go-
feeling it.
The run, by the way, is you guys have done runs, from your family's estate because you guys are pretty well off.
Astra does do runs. She's not trying to like get faster. She's just like trying to maintain like healthy body, healthy mind type of thing.
But this run is beautiful. I mean, and there's quite a few students who are going on the run. There's faculty members going on their run in the morning. Shazu is going on his run in the morning. It's one of those things that like this. Yeah, you're not out of the norm by waking up. Crack acid dawn. Doing this. What are you guys doing in the morning?
Our 2 sports bros on.
You guys up yet?
It's just matching.
Farah probably starts her day right when the sun peeks through the window.
Okay.
She's pretty like.
And since I'm aware that
Circadian.
I've kind of stolen her room, I'll wake up with her.
Okay. Yeah, you guys, you said so you're waking up and you're kind of doing your thing.
Just like, kind of getting up, like freshening up.
Yeah, room's empty for them, so it's just you guys in the common room. Light, beautiful, natural lighting in these dorms. Very, very nice.
Actually, can I do a little thing where
So pretty.
before Vassie and I go out for a run, we have like a little breakfast of eggs, and like we leave some out, just like covered. in
Oh,
tin
that's
foil.
nice of you. Yeah. So there is, because you guys got.
You see Astra's like nice, neat handwriting. Like, had some extras. Hope you guys like eggs. If not, whoops. And then like a little flourish, Astra.
And then Vasile also put a note, and the handwriting is distinctly terrible, and it says, "Hi, good morning.
One of those things were like.
-V."
Would you like anything with your eggs? Maybe some beer or honey or mayonnaise, blue icing, sugar.
Honey sounds good.
Okay, I make us a gallon of honey
A gallon.
out of my jug. I
Yeah.
can't make less than that, so.
It's gotta be an entire gallon.
It's like, hold on, let me make a Costco run real quick.
Yep.
You can't even get a gallon of honey at Costco. You have to buy multiple bottles at Costco.
Is that true?
I have been a Costco member since 2014.
Okay.
First of all.
What about Fantasy Costco?
Where all your dreams come true.
Got a deal for you.
I can't speak for that. I've never been.
Exactly.
They probably have lots of alchemy jugs and probably sell honey at the gallon. Just
We're just
like
making
that.
Adventure Zone jokes.
I'll do it.
So Cotton Winnie the Pooh over here gets you guys plenty of honey. I mean, you're set. You're ready.
Farah loves
like-
sugar.
This is enough for 10 people to get diabetes.
It's good for getting used to the local environment.
It's very true. It's good for... Ashley's not here. I'm not sure why I'm talking to you.
No. It's just she's just always appears.
Just comes back and sees a gallon of honey on the counter. Like, oh, okay.
Gallon?
This checks out.
You see a jug. Last time you saw it, it had sugar in it.
I can smell the honey, I'm sure. Is it an opaque bottle? Okay.
It's a ceramic jug.
She'll probably be like, okay. And she'll kind of be like, all right. Better
It's
than
very large.
she'll probably be like better than ketchup, I guess, and then puts it back. That's right.
Ketchup.
I'm on to you people.
So, you guys made it back to your run. You know, you guys have enjoyed your breakfast.
Astro will walk in, say dibs on shower.
Shit.
Is there? How does those work?
How does a shower work? It's actually a bath, is what it is.
Okay.
Doesn't have a shower thing?
No, it's just a bathroom. Yeah.
Since the big bath, we could just have a communal bath.
Huh?
I asked if it was a big
Yeah,
bath.
if it's
It
just a
is a
bath, I'm
communal
in there
bath.
with
It is meant as a 4-person bath.
We can all just hop in together,
Yeah.
be friends.
Yeah.
Wait, like a four-person bath?
Yeah, yeah.
Like a bathhouse kind of bath?
Listen,
The room is huge. Like,
I'm-
it's-
Apparently.
Yeah.
Holy shit. Okay.
if you want your privacy, you can
I mean,
tell
they spent
me.
the time to do
I'm
a
coming
to do a marble toilet.
She
so I
doesn't
mean-
care about having privacy from you. But for people who like she just met
Just
like
met.
yesterday, like maybe they're not ready to meet the girls quite yet.
All 4 of them.
Cotton Candy has no such qualms and
So-
she will jump in you.
It's a lot of titty to deal with.
She's absolutely used to communal bathing.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, fair. I don't think has any issues about it either.
No, but like Asher's like, please, can I have some privacy?
Yeah, once
I'm
we're
just
once
like,
we're done. Yeah.
What do you?
Well, are you already in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They came in
It's
swiftly.
a communal bath.
They came in buck naked already and just got right in the water.
Pretty much.
Astra is turned around.
I hang up a towel for you.
We're in the bath.
Are you shy?
I pulled
Are
the
there
towel
like horrific scars or something?
She doesn't answer.
I'm not covering my tits
Farrah's
at all.
just purely methodical about this, just like washing. Like it's not like a oh my goodness. It's
Yeah,
like
it's-
just a
Yeah, Astra won't do a full like, scrub. She just like she will go in, get enough to where she feels like she's not literally covered in sweat, and then leave.
Bye,
Bye.
Astra.
So- You guys wash up. You guys are with your respective decencies.
We're like their own.
she was raised in the woods. She doesn't care.
What do you guys want to do?
Like I know she's raised by Hakuna, but she has some semblance of modesty here.
Cotton Candy's shirt is a super see-through pink halter thing.
No, yeah,
Her
we know.
tits were
We
mostly
know.
out in the first place.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Yeah,
I mean,
I guess.
Yeah.
Astra, what's the schedule?
for today, we're just supposed to wander around and get lost.
Okay.
I'll show you to your classes. Don't worry.
Okay. I'm dressed.
And she comes in. Astra comes out in her like Eastern style, not the dress, but like the shirt and pants,
Okay.
where like it like clasps a little off center and it's got that kind of like Eastern
Yeah.
touch to it.
Yeah, that kind of like asymmetrical.
And then she's got her first year scarf.
I'm like 10% certain I bought a Mage Tower t-shirt.
Yes, you
I'm
did
wearing
the Sun's Out, Strixhaven's Out, and they had like the wands for barbells.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing that.
Farrah's
Good
wearing
memory on that
the,
one.
Like the textbook, like school uniform. She's like very excited about it. She puts it on. She's like, "Oh my god, I'm a student!"
You look very studious.
Thank you.
Are you
Adorable.
doing your skirt with the?
Oh yeah. It doesn't have that many clothes. She carries most of her things in bags.
Maybe she's the one that smells like socks.
It's possible. Well, no, she
Definitely
bathes
doesn't
pretty
look a
regularly.
bath.
Yeah.
But you didn't bathe her clothes.
She cleans her clothes. Why would she wear dirty clothes?
Hold on, there's a big old Cheeto.
So you guys have your clothes. You got your first year uniforms on. How do you guys want to approach finding your classes? You guys doing it as a group? You going your separate ways?
Well,
I
I
prefer
imagine
to
we're
go
all
here.
going to magical physiologies. So
Which is in the
That's
Biblioplex. B7, bottom left of map.
Bottom of the map.
do we all want to walk together to go see Varel Lang?
Sure.
Okay.
I'm following Astra, and when Astra said sure, but
Astra
you know.
is very happily on her way to a classroom.
Okay.
Farrah's like kind of skipping, like very excited about being in a school uniform.
So you guys,
Astra's like just under skipping. She's trying to compose herself a bit more than skipping, but she's right there.
I'm doing high knees to keep my heart rate up.
You're still embarrassed about getting lapped by your sister?
I'm embarrassed about getting lapped by my sister in front of Shawsy.
Fair.
You find
You go there with
yourself
us?
Yeah.
Okay.
back, taking the path that you guys took to get to the dorms, right? You guys see it's that path.
The familiar path, sure.
Yeah, the familiar one. Find your way next to the Archway Commons, large arch. Make your way up the steps to the biblioplex, and then you remember that you guys have your map essentially, and the biblioplex is in B7, which is 4 rooms. There's 2 on the left and 2 on the right.
Yeah, the map is hovering in front of us
Okay.
as I'm holding it up with a mage hand.
Yeah. And so those, like I said, there's 2 on the left, 2 on the right, and each one is the lecture hall that's kind of rented out.
Mhm.
Or not rented out, but used at different times of the day for different teachers, different classes, for people who want to host in the biblioplex. They're the best lecture spaces, if you will.
The first time that she walks back up to the biblioplex, not the first time, but she walks into the biblioplex again and sees all the books, and she just kind of gets a little shiver, like there's so many books.
Yeah. Those main stacks, they just go up and up and up, all the way to the ceiling. It's pretty easy to find the B7 area, and so when you make your way there,
does B7 mean something?
B7 is just on the map. Typically, if I had the map up for you guys would see.
Oh, it's like a grid?
Yep, yeah, it's a grid.
Gotcha.
Yep. And so when you get there, there is about 23, 25 students, and looking around the classroom, looking at all the different stuff, and you see this humanoid figure, and you guys familiar with Poison Ivy? How she usually has the leaves covering and stuff like that.
Am I familiar with
Yeah.
Ivy?
So she's a dryad, and she has the paler green skin. She has a ruby pendant going down her chest. She has feather, they look like feathers, but they're different colored leaves. Imagine I'm thinking spring and autumn, and they have the beautiful leaves up north, not Florida.
I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen this, but is there a share vision kind of spell or cantrip that I could use? Because my thought process is I'm probably going to ask Vassie to put me on her shoulders so that I can see what's happening.
Yeah,
and I want to be my hand on one of her horns or on her head so that she can see what I'm seeing.
Yeah, the only thing you could do is you could use your Find Familiar and look through the you had the owl. You could use its eyes to look at what's going on.
But she can't see that.
She would be able to see it, but she could carry you under your.
Well, there would be no point in doing that, because if I want to look through my familiar, then my familiar will just be up high, and there's no reason for me to be on her.
Yeah.
I trust you to just tell me.
And I honestly I would do this if she asked. I would happily try. I don't think Vassie is going to be able to be on Astra's shoulders.
Yeah.
Well, especially not while you're looking through your familiar.
Well, that might be fine, because she can just she can see through the familiar, but she can still she's still aware of her own body. She's just looking through the familiar. So
I trust you to tell me.
Okay, that's fine. I just wanted to know.
Alley-oop.
Maybe when I'm a bit better of a wizard. Okay. So now you see her kind of wobble just a second, and then hold on to Vassie's horns as she's looking at what's happening.
Yeah, do an athletics, Vassie, to make sure that you're doing good here.
14 plus 6, 20.
I mean, what do I weigh? 70 pounds?
Yeah, it's not bad
Yeah,
at
we
all.
don't weigh a lot.
Yeah.
We're 4 foot.
Yeah, you're able to hold her very, very easily, and you got a pretty good view. It's interesting. You can see a lower half of the dryad now, and where her calves are, where you would have leggings or boots, where you're going out. It's bark skin going up her leg, and it's beautifully designed, very edgy, very pointed.
Asher
Almost
slapping
gothic in style.
Slapping on Vassie's horn a little bit, she's so pretty.
Oh shit! That's our teacher?
That's that.
The professor?
She's talking to the students. Yeah, you haven't met her yet, so you don't know.
So Cotton Candy's gonna get pretty quiet when she sees the dryad.
Okay.
She's actually gonna, if anyone were watching, they would see her shrinking quite a bit, and her skin tone turning like dark purples and blues, and her hair getting a lot shorter and darker.
Okay.
We definitely noticed you getting shorter because even with Astra on my shoulders, I imagine we are not shorter than you.
It's so dramatically shorter.
So then it's like,
Well, 4'9"
You're probably
plus
still
4'9"
shorter than me, but-
minus maybe like.
are you standing on my
Is
shoulders?
this the?
That's true. So
I did
4'9"
set
plus
up
maybe another
Oh, is that your-
1.5 feet. Sounds about right for just the torso part and head. that was a very dramatic tonal shift. So we're all looking at the GM like, is something happening?
Yeah. What do you call it? Just
So, I would look dramatically different, but there's still the tattoos
Mm-hmm.
and
Yeah.
the same clothes.
Farrah will just like greet you like,
I'm saying they
oh,
were
it's good to
probably
see you
like
again.
6'2" or 3.
I'm associate.
Yeah, but she's behind us. She's hiding.
Probably
I know,
don't
it's
say
just
hi
we
quite
probably
so
noticed that
happily.
she got
It's
smaller
probably
because
much
we went
better.
I'm looking at the dryad.
I have a lot of butts to look at.
Congratulations.
Not a lot of good cake here.
Unfortunate.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, continue.
And at that point, I'm probably not quite high enough to see over people's heads. Maybe.
No, you can't. Not really. Yeah. Kind of went down. So I was
Perfectly comfortable with.
Anybody? What are you guys doing when you guys are in the room? You guys look around.
Listening to her talk if she's talking to us.
Okay, yeah, so she's addressing a few individually, and she goes, like kind of to the rest of you. Hello, I'm Professor Varelda Lang. It is a pleasure to meet all of you. I am a arcanal biologist, and I look forward to teaching you in magical physiologies. We'll be studying vast creatures from treants to creatures from the wither bog. And we'll look at really the anatomy of these creatures and understand where the essence of arcane powers come from. How do they connect to the weave has been one of my personal studies. I am a professor of decay in the College of Witherbloom. I have spent my knowledge also working with the Quandrix College as well. I try to be multifaceted as much as possible. I will say it is a tough class. It is extremely important that you are here every day, because one day missing could cause you to have no idea how to approach your labs. And yes, we do have labs in this class. We will be dissecting. We will be taming. We will be experimenting with magical properties of different artifacts. And it's very important that we respect what we work with. The creatures are of the forest, and regardless of your religion or lack of religion, they are to be respected. Are there any questions for me? She kind of gazes across.
Does she recognize like anyone from who's like Fae? It's like like she looks like, does she like pass over and then like
You guys are kind of in the
Like,
back
look.
right now because you guys haven't fully approached, and she's looking around. Do you make yourself a little bit more noticeable? Like you approach
I mean,
more?
Farrah's not like a
Yeah.
she's kind of just like Farrah.
Yeah, we'll say her eyes graze across you being a satyr, and she takes note. But she's respectful of all creatures. You're not surprised to her. Creatures from the Fae are fairly new. Her being Fae as well, obviously, is a dryad, but
Yeah, because there's a few Farrah knows a few dryads from Condlewood, so she's kind of like excited that one of her teachers is also from the Fae as well. So,
And in a class that everyone has to take.
exactly.
Yeah.
So Farrah's like
yeah.
she's a little excited about it, but she's like, trying to be respectful. It's my first day. She's trying not to make a big deal out of it, but she's excited. She's definitely excited.
I know many of you have not seen a dryad. I am a dryad. I must warn you that each class you take, these professors have been from various backgrounds, various worlds, even. I myself am not from Torville. It is important, it is imperative that you not only respect, but you acknowledge the presence of otherworldly nature. It is everywhere. And here, we are lucky enough to see it mesh. And people who fight the mesh. And that is the problem.
If she's scanning over the thing, then she just sees Astra taking notes. With like head down, not looking.
The fact that she's Professor of Decay might catch a few of you guys. I mean, the Dryads are usually known for their growth rather than the decay.
Or at least preservation.
Preservation, right? She sees some people kind of wincing at the Professor of Decay, and you guys are all first years, so let me explain how this works. Each college has 2 deans, and the deans are of a polarized nature. I am not a dean, but I am a professor that goes with the actual college of Witherbloom, but specifically the field of decay. The opposite is bloom. Without bloom, there cannot be decay, and without decay, there cannot be bloom. You understand? But we must understand better decay, for we all eventually do. This is one of the things that we will talk about in magical physiologies. Yes, what is your name?
Astra?
Hi, Astra.
Nice. Did you, not to be cheeky, but wouldn't it be more on the nose if was the Dean of Wither and the Dean of Bloom?
That is a good way of looking at it. The actual original name was Root and Vein.
Write it down.
We have changed the name of Root to Bloom and Vein to Decay. We feel that it better represents the idea. But it is clever, the idea of Wither and Bloom. I like that. It is a very... No one's ever said that. I like that. It is a good way of looking at it.
Astra is shocked that no one's ever thought of that before.
Yeah. Any other questions?
Out of character, I'm just sitting here like, yeah, it's just a nitrogen cycle.
Not as a question, and I wouldn't raise my hand. I'm just talking under my breath, but I would say both life and death are plucked along the same thread. And I'm not really talking to anyone, and I'm not staring at anyone. Just
Is it loud? Is it quiet? Is it...
Quiet-ish.
Cassie goes, what?
But I'm not really paying
Astra can't hear.
Yeah. So, you know what days to find here?
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Good. We'll see you bright and early in the morning. Yes? We do have a lab on day 7. Please make sure that you are present. That's where we'll get our hands dirty, if you will.
I'm not afraid of dirt.
And then Astra will hop down from.
Yeah, and you can see more students kind of making their way out, more filtering in. You know, this is obviously a very open day where people are kind of making their way in and out of the thing. Is there anything else you guys want to do for Alda?
I think Farah is going to say in Sylvan, I look forward to learning from you.
Show off.
She looks at you, her eyes immediately go to you. And you.
Prayer Prince.
Learning is both.
Aunt Sophia never taught us Sylvan.
We were well priests. Oh, wait, no, that's not true. We're only 30.
Mm-hmm.
It just hasn't happened yet.
Yeah. She hasn't taught us Sylvan yet.
Alright, sounds good. You're still in your... Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Next on the agenda.
Next is... And
you guys can... I mean, obviously, you guys' schedules differ from each other, but...
I'm going everywhere.
You guys can go visit each other's, you know what I mean?
You do one, and then I'll do one, and then you do one, and then
So
I'll
each
do
one
one.
the same.
And then when we've gone through all of them, let's go to Mage Tower.
Death.
Astra looks
Yeah,
at
let's do life and death.
Vassie's thing, and she's just like has like it's in 5 different locations, and she's just like, jeez, a lot of walking. And she looks back at hers, and like literally 4 out of 5 of mine are in the biblioplex.
My days just a little bit.
Which is probably good for you being like so...
I'm ecstatic by this.
Yeah.
This is- nothing could be better. And then the other one is in the Arithmodrome, which sounds excellent. Astra will go to the basic magical auras, which says it's the Biblioplex B7
that with
bottom
Arcane?
right. Basic magical auras, professor's name Ruxa,
Oh, Ruxa. Okay.
tech magic.
Okay. Yeah, Ruxa.
Yeah.
Okay. And you're going with Astra?
Oh, yeah.
And are you guys splitting from the group?
We're going to the threads
Yeah.
of life and death.
Okay, and so your guys' location is where?
See you, friends.
See you later.
Yeah.
Where's your
I
guys'
don't say
location?
Well, right now we're in the Biblioplex B7 bottom right.
Oh, so you guys are just going across the hall.
We're literally just going across the
Okay, and where are you guys going for yours?
Well, that depends.
I guess we can go to
Actually,
all
we're
those
going
instead
to...
of
Sedgemoor or
Biblioplex.
Biblioplex?
Yeah, it says Sedgemoor or Biblioplex B7.
You could do an insight check if you guys want.
You can stay in the
Might as well.
Biblioplex since your classes are there. And then once we do all the Biblioplex classes, we can.
Thanks.
Yeah, that makes
Just
sense.
give it a-
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
That is not very good.
Sorry, just making sure we don't talk over each other.
I know, I understand what you're doing. Yeah.
19.
I got a 7.
The Sedgemoor refers to the lab, and the Biblioplex is where the study would happen and then switch. So you guys are actually, ironically, heading to the same room, bottom right as well. For you guys are in B7.
We do the awkward
It's
goodbye,
like-
hello type.
Yeah,
Like,
you guys literally
oh,
see
okay.
like we were like
and you
walking
guys-
to the same place and we're like, oh hey!
And you see the room kind of split. And you see 2 figures in this one. Actually, 3. To be honest, there is a third. I forgot there's a third person that's there. You see we'll do a perception check. Let's see what you guys see, because there's a lot of people in.
You want me to
I wanna
look
be
at
fair.
something? Ugh.
I want you guys to roll. This is still a lot of exposition here.
18.
18.
And my colors start to fade back to the pale skin.
Okay.
Because Farrah's being very awesome and looped arms with me, and we're slightly skipping.
Okay. 6,
11.
11.
If we combined our efforts.
We almost see a thing.
You guys are kind of like talking to each other, like, "Oh, hey, this is a little awkward," and like that. And while I say you are like changing into your more natural, state of mind,
Still the same body form, the shorter body, but with the more normal.
more flushed colors. Okay. And you see 3. Essentially, like imagine like a third. The room has been divided into thirds, right? And you see one is like this bipedal brown bear,
Nice.
in like white and green robes, it's like ruffling going down the side, and like he's like pointing to a chalkboard, and there's this green like wispiness, like energy, as it like is making a mage hand with chalk as he's drawing from a distance, like writing on the chalkboard from a distance. He has like little, small little glasses sitting on his snout. You see in the middle, he's on the left. In the middle, you see what appears to be blonde hair, kind of a goatee in the middle, like it connects here, but decent size, medium length goatee. Bare arms, as in like no armor.
As in not a bear.
Had to distinguish that.
There's a bear here, yeah.
bone gauntlets, and like his legs are like metal that then has these like runes into them. 2 hand axes at his back. Leg up on a desk talking to some kids.
Just
Pretty young.
presenting the area.
Yeah, he's cool. He looks pretty young.
He looks like he's about to get fired from a teaching job.
And the third person you see here is this gorgeous male, pale skin, red eyes, almost like bleached white hair. Yeah, I mean.
And then Saphira drops a meteor on the face.
Open white tunic, blue, like it's like a blue leather jacket, but like there's like silver, like actually decorating the opening of the lapel. His greaves, like his gauntlets, are just like layered like dragon scales, and he's like just has his hand out like this, talking to some of the students.
Like he's drinking from a wine glass almost.
Yeah, essentially.
Can I tell which one is our teacher?
Who's your teacher you're looking for?
That would be Valentine.
Valentine.
I would bet money that was a vampire.
You were told that he was a vampire.
I am in the
I
gambler
know that,
background.
and so I lead myself and Farah to Valentine.
Valentine.
Farah firmly did not like. She's like, wow. She's like kind of looking around.
Yeah.
I got a 3. So.
And you were talking to them like like the awkward.
Yeah,
it's so good.
It's really nice in here. Yes.
I think it's really nice in here. There's so many teachers in here. Good gracious.
This one is our professor.
Is that Professor Checks like or something like that? Valentine?
I think so.
Yeah.
So,
We should probably introduce ourselves.
you go to talk to him?
Yeah.
Alright, so he's talking to some students. Hi, how may I help you?
Hi, Professor Valentine. We're here because we're taking your threads on
What's your name?
Farah.
Farah. It's a beautiful name.
Ash will come over. Valentine.
Valentine.
What's your name?
Sorry, I was raised in the woods.
Arhisa.
Adhisa. Adhisa, you say.
Arhisa.
Adhisa. So, what brings you here?
Vassie's done enough shenanigans to not ask you out loud why you've introduced yourself by a name she's never heard. But she does look at Astra like...
Ash is just like,
What brings you here? Are you prospective students?
We are in your Threads of Life and Death class.
Threads of Life and Death. Every year I get that class and I get the same question. Why learn both?
Because they're
And they look
the
at me.
same thread.
You're right. They are.
He takes a sip from his glass, and it's like this dark red.
It's not wine.
Yeah. He takes a sip.
So, I must ask, in your travels across wherever you hail from, Feywild, I'm guessing, have you ever met one like me?
And he bares his fangs.
Is Farah into him?
oh no.
He's very charismatic. Like,
Is
I mean,
Vassy.
he is the cover of every like romance
What do
novel.
I roll for this?
What do
Huh?
I roll for this?
Roll a d20. Do
plain-
insight. You know, I feel like
Astra's not into him because he seems to think that guessing that the satyr and the changeling are from the Feywild, and she doesn't think that that's especially clever.
An 8.
8.
Yeah.
Also an 8.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
You know,
Did you keep the roll from if you thought he was hot for the insight?
Yes.
Okay. Well done. I commend the.
I will
commitment.
say that a lower roll means that you're not able to read past his vampiric charm.
So you think he's
Shit.
attractive?
Yeah, I think you do think he's attractive.
Oh, so now you all do think he's hot.
Yeah.
Do I have to make a
Yeah,
roll?
because like
then?
a higher insight would kind of feel like more of that
I'm
gaze.
fairly
You know what? Fuck around,
distracted
find
by
out.
sad things,
Yeah.
so I'm not really
fuck
sure I'm
around.
interested in being interested in someone.
16 plus 3, so 19.
You very well vampires. You know that they have a natural alluring charm to them, so you're not surprised that your sister
Is
and
he
others are...
using some sort of magic that I need to roll for too, or can we say that she's pretty depressed-ish right
you
now?
only feel it when his gaze comes upon you.
Yeah, Astra looks at Vassy, looks at Cotton, looks at Farah, and then her eyes go all the way up and around and eye roll back at Vassy.
Vassy isn't doing anything about it. She's just paying very close attention, which is immediately imposter behavior.
Yeah.
I don't know if Farah's ever encountered a vampire before.
I don't know if I ever have.
She's encountered, like, you know, abominations and stuff of the Feywild.
Wow, that was a strong word.
Yeah, like, things will eat satyrs, and she doesn't like those
They are considered
things.
undead. Thank you. No, just kidding.
Oh shit!
I don't think she has encountered a vampire before.
Uh-huh.
That's like Shadowfell
I'm-
stuff, right?
Plenty comfortable with vampires.
Oh.
I forgot about that bit.
Farah is definitely, like, you know, like, she's like, she's kind of lost in the sauce.
No, he's I mean, it's like steampunk style dressing meets vampire. Like it's good looking.
Which, I mean, I feel like there's a lot of crossover anyway.
Yeah, there is
A lot of,
it's not,
lot of jacket tailcoats.
yeah, it's
A
not
lot
that
of
atypical.
double-breasted.
The coat.
Yeah.
A lot of skinny style slacks.
I'm taking notes, y'all.
All right, I'm ready to go.
So,
Ready to go.
anything you guys wanted to talk to? Did Valentine? And he is a dean, by the way.
So
So he's the head of.
do you know many undead besides yourself?
There are a few within this school, professors themselves, like me. I'm the only dean, of course, but many students.
Yeah. Astra hears that and says, "Oh, Dean of what?"
I am the dean of decay.
And his name was Valentine.
Valentine.
With no E.
Valentine.
For the Witherbloom College.
And do you know many undead that would share their powers with people? Just on the off chance.
Well, it depends. Are they the undead or are they the undying?
An interesting question.
He kind of looks you over. You're very interesting.
Isn't she, though?
Weird.
Your magical presence, it's not yours. It's someone else's.
I like to think that it's mine in a way, part of my inner truth. Sure.
It's sweet.
I don't know about that. Oh, I'm writing this down, but not for Vassy.
Creepy.
Huh.
Is Farah into that?
No. No, please.
No, she's not. I don't think. She's just going, oh, okay.
She into being sniffed.
Into her best friend being sniffed.
No.
But
You're
what
opening
does
a lot
that
of
mean
can of worms there.
exactly?
Which part?
All of it.
All of what?
Yeah.
Be more specific.
The magical presence that you sense?
Your threat, it's not yours. It is. Well, it's yours. It's raveled. It's twisted. It's sewn again to another. Your scent is not of this plane, but also
Can you tell anything about the other?
it's familiar. I smelled it before.
Where?
I don't know.
That's just raining sound.
I would love to speak about this more with you, Later.
I assume we will. You have a pleasant smile.
Thank you.
What is it you hope to accomplish here at Strixhaven?
At Strixhaven?
Yes.
I hope to help spread the glory of Malil. And I want to see how education can influence my future doing that.
And what is it that you really want?
To be seen, heard.
That is noble.
Thank you.
Are
It's
you students of mine?
I don't think so. Am I?
Ashley's like looking over.
For first years, I am teaching threads of life and death. No?
No,
Not me.
unfortunate.
If you ever are interested in Wither Bloom's classes, we have a wonderful faculty, and you seem honest.
Thank you.
I'm very honest.
All four of you. 3 of you.
I was going to say that was a nice thing to say, but slightly lessened.
Which one wouldn't be honest?
Rolls for the effect of rolling.
No, and it's another 7.
Emotion.
You've gotten like 8
damage.
7s. 7 7s? I don't know.
So,
6
The-
4s.
you're new here, and let me help. The other 2 professors. The one in the middle, the blonde, very cute. Ragnar Flamespeaker. He's one of our guest professors this year.
And Ashley's gonna be like, I knew I should have bet that the bear was named Rexa.
The bear's name is
Ruxa.
Ruxa. Lovely professors. I'm still getting to meet Ragnar, but if any of you have their classes, we will be all using this room. Sometimes we'll be sharing this room, depending on days. But usually my students will be either here or will be at the near the bog.
I actually have both of them as professors.
You have both Ragnar and
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Flame
Oops.
of the Founders with Ragnar.
yes, he's one of our guest lecturers. We know very little about him. I'm very curious to meet more about him, but he's new.
Everything's new to us, so.
Especially me.
Regardless, I'll be around, regardless if you're my students or not. Door is always open. May fortune guide you.
Astra will do a little half bow. Head up.
Come watch me play Mage Tower.
I will. I'm always there.
Nice.
Nice.
Artisa?
I did say that, yes.
Good memory.
I'm like over.
Good memory.
I was freaking out for a second. Anyways.
He knows.
He knows. Yes.
He does know.
You intrigue me.
Good.
Don't disappoint.
I would never.
I don't mean that in a mean way. Be inspiration rather than desperation. He leans back. Some more students come up to him, fanning over him.
Fanning or fawning?
Oh, both.
Yeah. John, when you want to be,
Or satering?
you can really make a fucking weirdo.
Full offense taken.
Satyrs and fawns, you know.
Your word choice there, it was just all making my hair stand the wrong way. I'm sitting here and I'm like taking more Strahd notes than I am. I'm like fucking audible sniffing. Oh my god.
That's what I want to know. This man was pelvic thrusting at me while I was trying to order pizza during that break.
It's true.
So, I don't know what you're going to do with that, but that was the facts.
That's the man he is. He's the love of my life. Hey you.
That's the most Florida man shirt, by the way.
I have
It's a great shirt.
I have a matching one in blue.
Okay.
All right.
I guess we'll just make our way from the left over to the right.
From the right to left. Yeah.
Was Valentine to the right?
Valentine's to the right. Yeah.
Okay, well then
Suppose
right
we
to the
should
left.
wait with these people since they waited with us.
So I just in my head it helps me.
I think so.
That's fine.
I think
And then we'll go, and then Astro just kind of like sidle over a little bit to Ragnar.
Okay. He's the one that has his legs up.
I'll
Yeah,
second
yeah.
that.
Uh-huh.
Should tell me what to
So you make your way to him.
do.
Astra is filled with regret.
Sure.
Oh.
Just absolutely bursting at the seams with, oh no, what have I done?
He wants to fight me.
Could be helpful though.
Yeah. I want you to fight him.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
I am Professor Ragnar Flamespeaker.
Hey Ragnar, you want to tussle?
Not yet.
Okay, let me know. Time and place. I'm a pro.
You see him kind of like weave his head in and out. He's always in the move. Are you my student?
Astra will raise a hand.
Definitely.
What is your name?
My name is Astro Allura Melodious Windcaller.
It is pretty.
Thank you.
So, I must ask. Are you not full genasi? Sorry, TV?
No, half gnome actually.
Your height is interesting.
It's kind of a giveaway, yeah.
You're very pretty. The purple, so it suits you nicely.
Thank you.
See Astra kind of like fidget with her hair, but thank you.
It's our moms.
So you are to take my... Which class do you have?
Ragnar's, I have Flame of the Founders.
Flame of the Founders. Oh, we'll be studying the founding dragons, the 5 colleges, the history of Strixhaven.
Dragons are always interesting. They always have some interesting lore that they have lived through, or some interesting, even if it's just the things they collect.
That's weird. What is it about dragons and fire that you could really spend a whole class on? I thought they breathe fire as a dragon.
Oh dear.
Astra just wants to see what he does in response to that.
So, imagine that the flame is just a breath work, right?
Okay.
But fire is life, and they breathe life with whatever breath they use. But the dragon is more than that. It's more than its breath. It is an ancient cosmic being, sometimes since the beginning. You have to understand that dragons, they're subtle in their ways. They like to be mischievous. And the flame of the founders were very mischievous.
Okay. Yeah, I totally get it.
I'm new here. Maybe my spiel is not clear everyone.
I'm
Astra,
also stupid.
Astra will come in, and before Vassie's able to finish the "but I'm stupid" thing, she like put a hand on her shoulder just to interrupt her. Like, I thought it was best to put her into pyromancy for beginners instead of the Flame of the Founders. Just she's not quite as adept at flame manipulation as I am, and Astra will kind of like do a little druid craft mixed with flame bolts, kind of like do a flaming kind of just effect on her hand.
I respect all the colleges here. I am not a professor of either. I've never been here. This is my first year. But I find myself dazzled by the Prismari. So I find it very good that you go to pyromancy for beginners. They're so pretty. The way they use the elements.
Astra's gonna write that down.
Okay.
Maybe I should take for maybe next time. I don't know.
So, the Flame of the Founders. We look at the 5 dragons, and we look at their known deeds, and I have a little bit extra information about their unknown deeds.
Interesting.
I'll be welcome to share this information with all.
Astra does have a little bit of a question too, because she's like, now in our worlds, each dragon has a different type of breath weapon. Did all 5 of the types of dragons from the Founders have fire as a breath weapon?
This is a great question. No, did you know? These dragons are not from this world, of course.
And that's why I would ask such a question.
And we've come to understand more than just fire and the chromatics and the metallics, and now more about the gemstones. But these, well, Fizbin said it best. Dragons come in all shapes and sizes. These ones come from a different world. That interests me, because I live in this world. I want to know more.
Absolutely. Astra likes this guy a lot more, even though he still probably has his freaking area on display.
What are you studying? What are you learning? You're not gonna take. You're not interested in the ways of the knowledge of the founders.
Taking a lot of the Witherbloom courses.
Ah, Witherbloom, so beautiful. The way they say that life and death go together, and they always negate what's in between.
Which would be?
The Undying.
True enough.
Yes, yeah.
Does anyone else have Ragnar as a teacher at all? Or is it just me?
I think it's just you.
Yeah, I think it's just you.
Alright.
No.
He's new. He's not giving too many lessons.
That's fair.
this year.
Does anyone else have Ruxa?
I think Farrah will say like,
Okay.
it is not for lack of interest. It's more just diversification of study.
Ooh, I 100% agree with you there.
And so she kind of does like a little bow. Like the,
I'm gonna be honest, I didn't understand anything you've been saying. My head kind of hurts.
I must admit, I'm not a good teacher.
I think I don't know if I think that. I think we're not there's a word. Astra, what's the word?
Compatible?
Compatible.
Well, I don't get that much, but I accept it when I do.
You're very smart. It overwhelms me.
Astra kind of looks at her like,
You also overwhelm me sometimes. You know how to talk to me.
fair enough. While Ragnar is talking to the other two, Astra will kind of make her way over to Ruxa.
To Ruxa? So,
You don't have to stop talking to them. I'm just saying.
okay. Any other questions for Ragnar?
I'm afraid of what I'll get as an answer.
Okay, hold his hand. So, any questions about where you might find other teachers, classes? You good? You know what you're going for?
I've got my sister.
Astra will hold up the map. Like, I think I've got a good handle on it.
we're looking for. Well, I don't think we have Misty Fjord together, do we?
No.
Well, I am looking for Misty Fjord.
Another new professor. She just graduated here.
Did she?
Last year. Just like, Nikos.
Does
Just not gonna
Strixhaven
wash
keep a
down
lot of?
anything.
Oh, I washed out everything.
Does
I
Strixhaven
was
keep a
just
lot of
about
alumni
to
as
do
former?
So he says, damn, fuck.
He says, "Damn, fuck." Yeah, nice.
Oh, dang.
Dude, no, I believe that. Judging by how this
Damn,
guy's been acting,
fuck.
I 100% believe he says damn fuck.
Where does it say location is for that one? Just the basic location of it.
She's the Opus Walk or Fury Gale? Fury Gate.
Yeah.
I did the
Gale.
same thing.
Fury Gale.
Here we go. Yeah,
Yeah.
so he looks at you and he goes, well, She's
Fury
new.
Gate.
I would be very surprised if she's in Firigale. It's a little untamed, that area. I would try the Opus Walk.
Okay.
And it's a little more tame.
She's gonna like look at her map while she's saying like, okay. Just
By the way, be careful at the Firigale.
Astra just takes
Oh.
the map and puts it right to him.
oh, that's it. Thank you.
Because?
It's, we'll find out soon enough. But it's an area in which all the elements have been let loose.
Uh-huh.
And artistic creations from you, the students, the professors.
What's this place called?
Firigale. And this area has the warping realities of elements. So just be careful. It's untamed.
Okay.
And he kind of sits back.
Astra will wave and then kind of move over to the left.
Does he sit back or shift back? Because he kind of has his leg up
That's
on
true.
the
Kind
desk.
of just shifts back. Yeah.
Hmm.
Kind of props more
Full
out.
Captain Morgan.
Yep.
Farrah's
Well-
intrigued, but also like,
Okay.
So you make your way to Ruxa, and Ruxa.
Well, no.
Okay, go ahead.
I tell him to come watch me play Mage Tower.
He goes, what is this mage town you say?
It's sports. I'm gonna be great at it.
Then I would be stupid to not go.
Here, and I have a fucking schedule.
Yeah.
Because when we're walking, I'm just like, game on this day. Maybe I'll play. And I give him my schedule.
He just looks at it. Don't worry. I have a keen mind.
Horrifying.
Yeah, get it? Alright.
So you make your way to Ruxa.
They'll sit there.
I'm gonna check the opus. Well, I'm gonna like kind of like, you know,
Yeah.
bid farewell to Ragnar.
Yeah.
Are you guys
we
leaving?
going to wait on her over Dastra? We don't have to if you don't want to.
Well, history, magic, and art, and Misty Fjord should be at the Opus Walk. Archiminxes.
Oh, you also have history of magic and art?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
I have to go to Wittershin.
So
Grand
Archiminxes is not here in the bibliothèque because we're here in the bibliothèque B7 right now, right? So the Archiminxes is not here, or do I?
There's
see them?
4 B7s. You've been to bottom left, bottom right. There's inner left, inner right.
Yeah, because you and I have mixes.
Mm-hmm.
We
And
could
I
wait
assume
and
you do
go
as
with
well?
them. Nope.
No,
could
wow.
wait
That's a,
and-
okay.
Could wait and go with them. With because I assume they're both going.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to go with them to see Minxes?
So
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
you went to this one,
Mm-hmm.
and you went to this one,
I see.
right? There's still this one and that one.
Okay.
Both lecture halls.
Yeah. Well, let's check them out. Let's see if I can spot Archiminxes.
Alright, so you guys leave for now?
Well, we're gonna leave and we're gonna.
I'll meet back up with you because I'm going to go there next, but I'm talking to Rooks at the moment.
Oh, okay.
Which is the bear.
Is the big bear man.
Yeah.
Man?
I guess we'll go try to find.
Platypus bear?
How far away is the Opus Walk?
Oh, you
male.
want to go to the
Male,
Opus Walk
okay.
now?
Not that you can. I mean, it's just a bear. But.
Well, I guess it's either that or I guess we could go to complimentary words.
I do have that class.
Yeah.
Okay.
We
Let's
know
go
the
to
bear's
complimentary
male.
words together.
Anything that says Biblioplex is most likely going to be in the B7s, just so you guys know.
You don't want to go to the B7 one first? You want to end up back here later?
Okay, let's go to the B7 one next because we're already here.
What is that face?
I have
Already
a
here.
tendency to sit
Okay.
like an
Makes
idiot.
sense.
So you're going to
Ferris thinking about this way too hard.
Ruxa.
We're going to Rooksa.
Okay.
I assume Vassi is following me.
Yes.
So I
I'll
just
get lost
grabbed,
without
the
you.
green and white rope, right? He's turning. He's still writing on the chalkboard, and he kind of finally finishes, and he looks around.
So, what else can I help you with?
Astro just kind of...
Oh, newcomers. Should I just restart my whole spiel again?
Absolutely.
Okay. So,
And at the moment you say that, other kids are just like I'm out. And so he's like,
So, I will be teaching. Well, first of all, I am Ruxa, professor here for a long time. I am a professor of substance in the College of Quandrix.
Bears can do math. Bears can do math. Bears can do math.
I want people to understand wild new theories, but exciting, and they're worthless without an understanding of the basics.
Very Quandrix
You
thing to
need
say.
the necessities, if you will.
The fundamentals.
The bare
Necessities.
Fuck you!
Of life will come to you.
I teach a much deeper, fundamental understanding of the building blocks of magic. The arcanum, if you will. What class do you have me for?
Basic magical auras.
Basic magical auras. This is fundamental to understanding all magic. The weave has multiple types of energy. And the energy itself isn't. You have enchantments, and you have distortions of reality, you have illusions, you have...
The schools of magic.
Yes, the schools of magic, if you will. These are the,
You could just
the
eat these
auras
mushrooms and see the
we're going to be
auras
looking
too.
at. They have colors, they have knots specifically to each one. We'll learn the knots. And hopefully we'll learn how to unravel them and retie them. We'll look at items of all types. We'll look at magical artifacts. And you will tell me what type they are. Any questions?
She's writing. She's like writing randomly.
Have you ever heard of Sopercillum?
Supercilium.
I pull out a little baggie full of pink mushrooms.
He looks at it.
Not magic, but alchemical.
It definitely helps you see
Sleepiness.
those auras that you talk about.
Sleepiness.
Sometimes.
Possibly elation. A fine ingredient.
Yes.
Not quite part of the class.
But
It
alchemical.
helps with those auras. It really could help you see them.
Could help me see something, I'm sure. Asher just kind of like continues writing down like
See what?
magical items, magical auras, different schools of magic, etc.
See what?
Whatever you want, really, I'm
Do
sure.
you want to find out?
Later. Later. Later.
Later.
Because here's the thing. If Vassie is out of it, Astra cannot drag her physically to where she needs to be, as opposed to the opposite.
It's like those cartoon sketches where the person is dragging their feet and they're still getting dragged in the other direction.
Yeah, absolutely.
Excellent at helping with these things.
I trust you implicitly. You would never, ever give me anything that would be bad for me.
Oh no, those are for terrible people.
What?
Astra is kind of thinking about like, okay, what questions do I have? What questions could we possibly get? What's going on? Like, what could we find? Like,
How come you can talk?
You shouldn't take the pink mushrooms.
What's your name?
Thank-
My name is Vesna Galora
Somewhere
Nefertiti
in between.
Windcaller.
You look like an athlete.
Yeah!
Good.
And I'll answer both.
Thank
I
you
was an
very much.
athlete
No
too.
matter what.
You look like you were a great athlete.
I was, I barely got by.
Oh, because you're a bear!
I'm going to murder you, Chuck.
I'm a bear. Of course I'm a bear.
Okay, good. You scared me a little bit there for just a second.
I've been known for my charm.
You're very charming.
Valentine has nothing on me, I always say.
Valentine's got nothing.
Except he could drink me dry, but...
What?
He's a vampire.
What?
He
they drink what?
What?
He usually feeds on the creatures of the bog.
I thought that was wine.
Oh no, that was A negative.
Oh. Wait.
How does
how
he keep
can
it from coagulating?
He has preservation vials provided by yours truly.
But wait, hold on. Before we get to whatever coagulating means, how come you can talk?
So, I am not from here.
Okay,
I am from Arcavios.
I don't know where that is, but it sounds far.
It's where Strixhaven is from. A magical world. A world of,
Talking bears?
among other bipedal creatures.
Oh! Okay.
We've already seen.
There
I just want to make sure.
bears, like,
We've
everywhere.
already seen a talking owl.
But that was like an owl.
Yesterday?
That was an owl person.
Uh-huh.
She didn't look exactly like an owl. She looked like an owl that is like an owl person now. This is just this is a bear that talks.
Would it help you if I was 624?
Kind of.
Okay. So this is
Is that true?
You can insight. Go ahead, insight.
Why is that helpful?
Because that's about how old my dad is.
And your father is a talking bear.
Sometimes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
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 Druids be like that.
13 for insight.
Walks in randomly with a shark head. Hey guys, how's it going?
Oh gosh.
Yeah, literally.
Oh no, he got the gator head. Didn't he get the gator
Yeah,
head?
the gator head. Well, I mean, whatever, Ed.
Yeah.
Hey guys.
Yeah,
Hold on.
he seems that
Ed.
banquet. Oh, he seems honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like an accusation. It was just like a more of like a, oh, really? Okay. Like a surprise almost.
Yeah, so
This is my third world I've been to.
Wow.
Before here, we were in Exandria. Wonderful place, I must say.
Okay.
Before that, it's a strange world. I am from Arcavius, of course. But the world before was called Drasinga.
Okay.
I was half hoping that you would say Phyrexia.
Rex, yeah.
Drasinga is a world in which there are talking dinosaurs, there's talking beasts. It was a strange world. But I felt at home.
I bet.
Sounds about right.
Here I don't feel as at home. But I will say this. The people of Faerun and Torio have been very kind upon their visits.
Is there anything I can do to make you feel more at home?
I mean, we're tiny and purple, so I feel like we're not all that more
Succeed.
unusual.
Okay. At what?
Whatever you put yourself to.
Okay. Come watch me play Mage Tower.
You play Mage Tower.
I will.
I did as well.
Yeah.
Assie's adorable.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
Defense is stronger than offense.
Noted. Okay. Okay. Defense.
I'll change my form
There's no
to
way Vassy
mimic
can do that.
the bear just slightly and say, "It was nice to meet you, sir." So I look rather bearish, but still slightly slim because I don't want to be a full
Yeah,
man.
he pulls out his arm. It's soft, very, very soft. His nails very, very long, but he keeps them,
Mine are too because I'm
Yeah.
a bear now.
Yep.
To make him feel more at home.
Astra will go and like do the two-hand clap. Like, I can't wait to see what kind of items you have for us to study. I'm so excited.
Oh, right. This is about a class.
Actually, just like with the bear, like, just like
I'm so.
internally screaming, but not showing it as much as she probably could. Like, okay, let's go see what else we've got.
Sorry.
For what?
Being a goof.
You would never stop apologizing if I
You
required an apology.
Put your best paw forward, and I respect that.
Thank you, sir.
See? He liked you.
I love you, sister.
I love you too. Now she's just laughing as she kind of leads her sister out.
Alright, you were going to go to the other B7 room?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm guessing you're just going to try the nearest one first.
The one with
Arcan Minxes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find Arcan Minxes.
yeah,
I-
I'm going with.
I grow back taller and the fur fades away and I look like my original cotton candy self.
The default, I guess, would be the term.
Yeah.
Not necessarily original, just default.
Pale,
Wow.
electric blue hair,
Wow.
eyes that match
Sham wow?
Farrah's.
Okay.
Alright, you're gonna love my nuts. Let's go.
Does anybody else have anything in the Biblioplex, just so I know?
Yeah, we've got the Arcane Minxes. It's in the Biblioplex.
Arcan
I'm pretty sure.
Minxes.
I mean, it says so. It says Opus Walk and Biblioplex.
It
B7.
was-
What?
Sorry, were you saying something?
It would say Biblioplex, right?
Yeah, it would say Biblioplex on there
Yeah.
if there's...
So no for me.
Okay.
It says
Anything
Opus
for you?
Walk and
Nope.
Biblioplex.
And that's for Arcane?
That's for History of Magic and Art. With Art Minxes.
Cool. And that's your last one, too?
So, well, not my last one, but
And Biblioplex.
yeah. And
Okay,
Biblioplex.
just making sure. I was trying to make sure I hit them all right now for you guys.
Mm-hmm,
So, you walk in the first room. There is you see the labradorite. You guys going to the next room, correct? If you guys were in bottom. Sorry, you were in bottom left, then bottom right, then you're doing inner right.
It doesn't say.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm guessing you're just walking to the next B7 is what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. We're just
Okay.
trying to find our.
You see students and a professor, but this professor is someone you've seen before. It's the Labradorite Genasi tiefling. Do you remember the Magnus Tectonos? And so, obviously, your guys' insight history wouldn't realize that that's not the right guy. So I'm guessing you guys want to do? Keep walking in that room or go to the next B7?
The next B7.
All right, so then you cross over to past the hallway to the next B7, and there you see a man in a vest, red and brown vest, hair slicked back, brown hair, like blue eyes, arms like Gaston. Okay,
Wow.
and he's holding this harp, and the harp is, well, oh my gosh, it's probably a good. He's 6'2", so the harp is a good 4'8". I mean, it's
Holy.
pretty big, and he's holding it off the ground, and it's just it looks like a Viking like structure, like like a Viking longboat, how they have the dragons at the
Yes.
front. Like that's the shape of the wood.
Hot.
And each part of the tips of the harp are blades.
Yo.
And so he's just holding it and he's just strumming it.
Well, hello.
Hello, do you want to tussle?
Excellent.
Yes, I do.
Let's go.
Roll athletics.
Oh!
What'd you roll?
Hold on. Let me check
Let me check mine too.
Let me check just in case.
Okay.
Just in case. Just in 8.
I'm sorry, my reaction gave it away.
Well, I thought it could have been good. Like I was about to get fucked.
Oh, okay.
So, you go, what do you try to do? Tell me what you try to do.
Just,
He's holding the harp in one hand, so his right hand's got a harp.
Oh,
in
he's
it.
still holding the harp.
Go ahead. So what we got?
Yo, okay. Literally just the Doc Blockers classic. I go in, arms broad, go for the shoulders. You know, classic. It's a tussle. It's just a test of strength, getting to know your enemy.
4'9"
is And I'm fucking 4
shoulders.
I'm 4'9", the magic number.
So you end up clasping his rib cage.
You go,
Yeah.
and he puts his arm down, and hand goes around a bicep, flexes it, and it just knocks your hand off his bicep.
Hot.
Then he twirls around, scoops your leg, and just holds you with one arm, and then strums the harp.
Upside down.
Yep.
I'm like, holy crap! We gotta do this again sometime.
So, as I was saying, I am Professor Arkin. Oh, sorry.
And he like puts you down.
That's just gonna like try and go for town.
Arkin Menexis.
Who has my class? I must ask. Name.
Farah.
Cute. Yours?
Astro Allura Melodious Windcaller.
Also very adorable. I say that in a. Let's go with respectful.
Only slightly condescending way.
So, I'm new here. I'm a recent graduate.
Hey, same.
Recent graduate. That's
No,
really-
just new here.
So,
Farah's like, you graduated already?
Fastest in the world.
Wow, you're so smart.
I was a graduate of Prismari, the College of Expression.
Shocking.
I find myself often intertwined with the delights of the Rose stage.
Did you play Mage Tower?
I did not. No,
Oh.
I found myself in the show band, and I did theater.
Same!
Doing show band.
I'm doing the show band!
What instrument do you play?
I play the flute.
Oh gosh, what a beautiful instrument.
Thank you.
Oh,
A little smaller, of course, than my harp, but I've been known to play quite a few. A very good instructor, Zafai, will be leading the band this year.
Does
Zafai,
he
you'll be the director.
march a harp?
Oh, I hope so.
Are you asking a character?
No. Out of character, did he march a harp?
Oh, I hope so. Don't shrug at me. I need to know.
Oh, I know, but she's not a character.
Why would I ask that in character?
Vassy wouldn't know to ask that.
I don't think she would either.
Shit.
Yes.
Astra, like, I'm less playing, more dancing.
Oh, what kind of dances do you do?
I'm currently learning to do blade singing, and she'll kind of take out her katana and kind of like twirl it around in like a little pose.
I started out as a blade singer, believe it or not.
Interesting.
Yes, I moved on to the ways of the bard. I found it more towards my fancy. I found that I love the College of the Maestro.
Well, my mother was a bard.
Ah, what college, may I ask?
Swords, I believe.
College of the Swords. Beautiful work they do.
As you can see, it kind of rubbed off.
Fine katana you have there.
Compulsively,
Magic.
without talking,
Twins.
just does it with you as a mirror.
Yeah, absolutely.
Just like I'm not even looking at her really, just twin instinct.
Twin instinct.
Twin instinct.
Twin instinct.
I was a fan of the basket hilt myself.
The what?
The basket hilt, rapier.
Ah, yes. I considered that, but I prefer the like slashing and swooshing motion
Rather
as
than the
opposed to
piercing.
the staccato of ending with a piercing weapon.
Nice
Both-
use of the word staccato.
Right? Thank you.
See, the wonderful use of staccato, though, is it strikes true. And then it's resonant in its strike.
Absolutely.
A slash, though, the legato notion of that is still beautiful in its own right.
Each has its own strengths.
It's all about the naturality of the stroke.
Absolutely.
You musical talents. You play flute. Anything else? They
Yeah.
like well-rounded students, I must say.
Of course, of course. I mean, I do play the lute, of course, and I also play the.
You have a flute, right?
You've been
Yeah.
known to play
Here's
my
the for
guero
flute.
every now and then.
True.
You have a guero.
I play the guero
Well-
every now and again.
A guero is a much underappreciated instrument, much like the triangle.
I have
That's
played
real.
that before.
It's real.
So
That's real.
My partner, he plays timpani, and God is he good. Timpani, you a fan?
No, that's just out of character.
Out of character. You a fan?
Yes! Are you kidding?
Excellent.
I'm just. Wow. Diversity win.
Oh, and I also play the viol occasionally.
Ooh, such a beautiful range that you have here. I must ask, when you play that, what type of bow do you use? Do you prefer like horsehair, or do you like more exotic for the hair? You
Well-
seem to be a deer pelt, so I know you probably go away from the deeroids, I'm guessing.
I typically go with more Deroy, yes.
Really? Interesting.
Horsehair I did initially, but it just didn't capture the right sound.
This is interesting. The I have a friend. He does what's that percussion instrument called? A marimba. Yes. And the marimba is so beautiful, well, resonant. But the yarn he actually used beaver hair as a yarn.
Beaver hair.
Yes, it was very well done. Not as durable though.
Beauty is fleeting.
So, which classes do you have me for? I can't remember if we discussed this. I get so distracted.
History of magic and art.
Ah, well, how do you go on doing magic and appreciating art without the history of it, I say. I'll tell you what. My goal is to find new ways to have you appreciate both the magic and the arts history as well as its progression. We want to understand where we're from, but what else? Where we're going. If we can get the history, well, then we understand the present, and it gives us a better forecast for the future.
Astro's all about predicting the future and making decisions based on that.
Gambling, yo.
Yeah.
Are we to understand the histories of the other worlds we're intermingling with?
Yes, we will. Yes. It's a very good question you asked. The reason why, without getting too ahead of myself with our lessons, of course we'll start soon, but obviously today's a tour day, but the magic of each world, it manifests itself differently. This could be due to the primal deities of each. For example, the current world we're in, Maestra is the goddess of magic. So she works a little differently than Arcavios would work. Exandria. I never had the pleasure of working in Exandria. But the other professors, when I was studying, told me that Exandria worked differently as well. There's even been talk of worlds where magic goes completely awry. It goes awry. It just, you plan on doing something and the gods interrupt and you don't know what might happen.
Everyone stares accusingly.
All of these worlds, they answer one simple question. I guess the question they're answering, though, is why? Why? And the only answer I've found so far is that each world is its own identity, its own stamp of approval, its own signature, if you will. And each signature, you, and you, is different, right? You all have your own identity. You twins are not always the same. Yes?
True.
So we could have two worlds that are identical at the core. And yet, what changes them? Is it a time parallel? Maybe. Is it the manifestation of magic? Most likely. That's things that we'll study. Sorry for the boring lecture. Like I said, I'm a new professor here.
Farrah's awestruck, like, no, it's okay.
Well, I am typically at the Rose stage. If you're ever there, I'm usually helping out with stagehands and such.
As a matter of fact, I'm the new MC.
That's a newly created position. Magnus just told me from the other room like an hour ago.
Ta-da!
News travels fast.
Very fast, apparently.
Yeah, so we'll be working quite closely. We're making sure that you have all the information needed to transition smoothly. A smooth setup is a great performance. Remember that. A bad setup equals disruption.
Bad performance.
Yes. She learns quick.
Oh, I have
Can't get anything
much
past her.
experience with that.
Yes.
In the carnival.
You were... Are you from the Witchlight?
Yes.
They told me... Oh, I want to hear stories.
I have
One now.
so
Go,
many
please.
stories.
Please.
Oh my goodness. So there was this one creature, right? And he was a snake and he wanted to play with these swords and he wrapped around it to try to strangle it and ended up cutting himself into little bits.
Slashing versus piercing, am I right? Well, what kind of
Snake on a skewer.
Wait,
is it like a boa? Or...
Yes.
Was that the one you asked me to play the flute for, to charm him back into the vase?
Yes. He wasn't very good at that trick.
Have you done that before? Have you charmed
It
a
wasn't
snake?
your fault.
Of course.
Huh. I've only done it on birds. But,
Birds.
Into a vase?
yeah.
That sounds really sad. What does a bird
Absolute
do?
incredulousness immediately.
What does a bird do in a vase? I suppose, what does a snake do in
I
a
was
vase?
gonna say the same thing that snake does.
I'm very confused.
It's okay.
Why are we putting animals in
Vases?
vases?
Vazi?
That's not.
Vazai?
Why are there animals inside me?
Sometimes animals are very useful. They can help you by going down into a cave with you and climbing up really high on this mountainous thing to grab a lamp and bring it back down for you, but sometimes they get greedy and they steal little gemstones, and that's terrible.
But I don't understand, why are they inside of me?
Are you a vase?
No. I'm very confused.
Then I suppose they're not inside.
It's my fault. I was having fun with my sister. There's no animals inside you that you didn't put there.
Okay, why are they in vases?
Big cups.
Big cups. Why are they in big cups?
I don't know. I suppose to look pretty.
Oh, okay.
Same reason you put a flower in a big cup.
I thought it was so about water.
I mean, the water is in the big cup,
If
but the
it's a
reason you put it
fish,
in the
it
big
needs
cup is so you
water.
can see it and it looks pretty.
Okay. I think I get it.
You could put a very large shark into a very large cup.
Why? I don't think a shark can get a
To give
lamp.
it water.
Oh.
To give my sister nightmares, clearly.
How do sharks help people?
Not in general.
Oh, I'm confused.
When they believe that fish are friends and not food.
Wow.
I
We're gonna
think-
get sued by Disney.
I thought they. Hold on. Oh no.
Hope so.
I thought they ate fish.
They do.
Oh.
Probably.
Wait.
Maybe.
I'm so confused.
I'm not sure I really know about sharks.
I'm going to interrupt this, as funny as it is, but Astra will interrupt and just gonna pull Vazzy out of the classroom.
Oh hey Astra.
How you doing, buddy?
I've got a headache. I think I'm gonna go to Snarlbucks.
Okay.
I'll meet you there, okay?
The concept that you would not be behind her at every conceivable point has Astra like thinking about it for like half a second, like, oh, okay, all right,
Unless you want to go right now.
I'm good. I should probably get to the last one, although it is in, and she kind of looks at it, the Arithmodrome.
I feel like we can go to Snarlbucks before that, but I don't know.
Okay, let's go to Snarlbucks. That's
Okay.
true. And she kind of like looks at it, and then she looks at her map to see where the Arithmodrome is. And I'm pretty sure is that in the Quandrix
Campus.
campus? Okay.
Mhm.
So that's the only one.
It's its own building.
Yeah, so that's the only one besides, I believe,
Which class is that one for? Just so I know.
Augmenting Arcanum.
Okay. With
Adrix and Nev.
and if the double professors.
Now is and the Arkham, the one that I just want, it's the Prismari College, but it takes place in the Biblioplex.
Yeah, sorry, with the what now?
The one we were just at. Is it where we were? Where the
Arkham.
action? Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's where. Okay. Because it says Opus Walk and Biblioplex.
That's part of the lab section of it.
Okay.
If I remember right, that one has a lab, right?
It does have a lab. Yes. Okay, just making sure. But yeah, no. Well, I'll go. with
Lab
my
or just
sister
any
to
type of
Starbucks.
hands-on teaching, they'll take you to that.
Makes sense. So yeah, I don't know if you guys are with us to Starbucks, but we're gonna go to
I
Starbucks.
don't know. We have a lot of places to go. Do we want tea?
And just Quandrix. So you have referring to Quandrix, you have Taurus Hall, the center of it.
Mhm.
There's the Cultivarum, and then there's the Arithmodrome to the southwest.
I thought it was to. Is it the southwest or southeast?
Southwest.
Southwest.
Yeah.
Okay.
I need to go to Wittershins and the
Well,
Grand Loft.
Yeah, I imagine they're gonna be at the Witherbloom.
It is about lunchtime.
When she had
Right.
the sandwiches.
I don't have any wither bloom.
Is it about lunchtime?
Yeah, so you guys, between waking up, doing your runs, doing all that stuff, it's right around, actually about 1:30,
Yeah.
where you guys took the first day.
I know. I could go for
We
something.
could get a sandwich.
I could,
You
I
could
go for a
have
sandwich.
that one that your dad makes, and I'll have something else.
Yeah.
I had to pick my strengths
Are you big on performance?
for my.
You guys are going to, what do you call it first?
The Starbucks, I think.
Starbucks?
Yeah, I
Starbucks!
think we're all going to Starbucks because
You
we're
also have
getting lunch too.
intimidation.
Yeah.
Which is high up on yours.
Gizzards.
And strength.
It's a gizzard sandwich.
Oh, you guys are
Did
getting
you just say?
But I don't remember what.
What?
No.
What?
So you guys walking to
We're all going to Snarlbucks to
Snarlbucks.
get lunch.
and you see
Let's set a
the
character.
friendly face of Isla Fitzbottom.
My friend.
Yay, our friend.
Hello, hello, hello!
Hello.
You're back! It's only been a day! Oh, so weird you guys wouldn't come back.
And how has your
Why
day
wouldn't I come
been?
back?
My day has been fantastic.
I want you to know that we're stuck here. Just
Yay!
not here specifically.
Yay!
but in but in the college, like we're not going anywhere. We'll be back.
Wonderful news.
Do you have anything for headaches?
Yeah. She puts a sandwich in front of you.
You have a headache? Oh, that's spicy.
I take it.
The sandwich of the day.
I take it immediately.
I will take a sandwich of the day too.
Oh, yes. Slides it over.
And a coffee.
What is in the sandwich of the
Crunchy frog legs on toast.
Glad I asked before.
That helps with headaches?
Mm-hmm.
Just like my mom used to make.
Mm-hmm. My mom too.
Excellent.
Does it really help with
It helps so much with headaches. When I had a headache,
Sorry.
3 days ago, 2 hours and 6 minutes, I lost it within 6 minutes. Yeah, I know because it stopped in 3 days and 2 hours ago.
No, out of character. Does it really help with headaches?
How would you not know?
Yeah, you wouldn't know out of character.
Why do Foley?
What kind of stuff do gnomes eat? Is it like a lot of mushrooms and stuff?
There it is.
There we go. Great. Absolutely great audio work, everybody. I want you to really get in there and show the microphone what it's about.
Okay.
Get in
Here
there.
we go.
You shut up.
One more thing of Foley. one more
Ruin
thing of Foley.
everything for everyone forever.
Listen,
Here's our
I'm only
ASMR
doing this
video.
because he told me to. And I'm gonna get some fresh chips. You gotta scoot your boots though.
I'm sorry, everybody. This is my fault. You can blame me.
One second.
No, like take your time. Get up,
No
over
one
here.
can
Get in there.
see you.
There you go.
No.
Yeah, there we go. That's it.
Esther is falling into the other
As
two.
there's just making an absolute mess of everything. Well done. This was absolutely worth it and I regret nothing.
Back to you.
Incredibly happy. This does remind her of home, and she's very excited.
So, I was a little worried that they weren't going to be crunchy enough, but then I heard that and I was like, oh, they were finally crunchy enough. Yesterday's toasted cockatrice was not crunchy enough.
They have to be crunchy.
Yep. And that's why I like it on toast rather than rye, because the toast gives it a natural little crunch to it. It's so much better.
And it's so much better with honey butter, too.
Oh, yeah. Well, what?
You've never done it with honey butter?
No.
Do you have butter?
I have butter.
Because I have
I
honey.
am Isla Fitzbottom.
And you
Thank you.
are a supplier
Get 'em.
of butter?
I have butter all the time. Just
okay.
assume I always have butter at the Starbucks.
I have honey if you'd like to make some
I have
honey
coffee.
butter.
It's not the same as
I prefer tea.
That's not the same thing.
Honey makes delicious coffee though.
I put the honey in my tea usually, and it's just.
Oh my god.
I'm trying to think of like the kind of thing that gnomes would eat.
Yes.
What kind of things? What is gnomish cuisine? Like mushrooms, I guess, because they're like
You want me to
subterranean.
Google it?
Partly.
Can I buy a loaf of that rye bread from you?
Oh, that's a question. Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
One second.
I would like that. What type of sandwich do I want?
Pastrami.
I'm assuming rye?
Pastrami on rye?
No, I just want the rye bread.
I want pastrami on rye.
I have pastrami.
Absolutely.
I also have grilled halloumi. With morals on wheat.
I will take tomatoes and cheese on wheat.
On wheat?
On wheat.
But not rye.
No, but I want a loaf of rye bread.
So you want it on. You want the rye, a loaf of rye with a wheat sandwich with toasted
With tomatoes and cheese.
tomatoes and cheese. What type of cheese? Tons of cheese.
Your favorite.
There's mozzarella, there's provolone, there's cheddar, there's sharp cheddar, there's medium sharp cheddar. There's even just got this in, this new cheese. It's
Like
all the rage.
Almost Irish.
It has holes in it.
I
It's
would-
called Swiss.
I would like your favorite.
Ooh, I've heard about Swiss.
You heard about Swiss?
I've heard about it.
Oh my god. It has such a taste.
Mmm. Cheesy
I will
taste is
take
good.
your favorite cheese.
Favorite cheese. Okay.
Gruyere.
Do you have elf Gouda?
Moon cheese.
Except for that one.
Sorry, second moon cheese though. We have 2 moons, of course. So.
Do you not have elf Gouda?
Elf. I have elf Gouda. No, I don't.
You should get some.
I have dark elf Gouda. Is that the
Yes.
same? Yeah.
Oh,
Bit
the
more,
dark elf?
bit more of a musky aftertaste on the dark elf
Little
Gouda.
mushroomy.
Constitution.
Wait, how do you have dark elf Gouda but not elf Gouda?
Professor Jarvian.
Oh, true.
I'll have
Dark elf Gouda and tomato and meat.
The Bayenre family can
Two.
give us anything.
2, please.
Dark elf Gouda and
3. I'm
tomato.
still
and-
hungry.
You're still hungry as well?
Oh yeah.
And my loaf of bread
Well, my headache's
for
gone.
1 silk.
The headaches.
Can I at
26
least try a
minutes, that's what?
slice
Yeah.
of dark elf Gouda?
You want to sample this?
Yeah, of course.
Slices it. She pulls out like a beautiful ornamented, it's like a. It's not like an iron. It's a silver, right? And so she starts slicing across, and then she pulls off. Throws it away. It's like, thick or thin?
I'm gonna catch it with mage hand and kind of hand it over to Farrah.
Always thick.
Farrah's gonna go.
So
Okay.
I like.
I always check.
I'll take the cheese if she's.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Pulls off a slice. Yeah.
Farrah's gonna kind of like when she gets like the dark elf Gouda, she's gonna kind of like do it like in like a little roll. She's gonna
Mhm.
like roll it up into.
You get more flavor that way. More of a flavor. No, like when the more cheese you eat on your palate, the more it hits your palate essentially. So it's like thicker.
Wait a second. Hold on. More cheese equals more flavor. Got it. Thank you.
You guys are welcome. You guys are learning.
Wow, it's like we're in school.
It's like Gouda, right? You know, it has that typical, but the way the earthiness comes through on it has like a honestly like
Like a depth.
a depth, but like paprika. Like,
Yeah,
there's
yeah,
a
yeah.
flavor of paprika
Okay.
to it as well. Almost like the brine is done in paprika, you know, like in that sense.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And so like a melted dark elf Gouda with tomato on wheat. That sounds like. Now I'm hungry.
Thanks, assholes.
Now I want one of these.
Now I'm hungry.
God damn it.
So you got
When's
that-
the tasty
that-
episode?
We
Fuck.
talked about how my favorite cheese was. We didn't talk about my favorite meat yet, but we didn't talk about my favorite bread yet. What's your guys' favorite cheese?
I'm a friend of Gruyere.
Okay. Okay.
The Gouda.
Like just Gouda, or like a type of Gouda, like dark
All
elf Gouda,
of
elf
the
Gouda,
Goudas.
gnome Gouda,
All of the Goudas, like a sampling.
like all at once.
Yes.
I call that the Gouda Carol.
I like brie.
Brie.
You're a Brie fan too.
I haven't met her yet. There's this new professor named Brina. The Brie the cheese. I'm silly.
It's nice and
No,
creamy.
but who's
Nice and
Brie?
creamy, yeah.
I don't know who she is.
I'm just asking you.
I don't either. I don't know. But
But have you ever had Fago Brie?
Cheese.
Oh, cheese. Yes, cheese. I have that. I already said that though. Who's
it's,
Brie?
no, it's just my favorite cheese.
Okay.
That's all.
We're
Sorry,
gonna.
now
We're
I had a
we-
little too
And
much
now we're
chocolate
here forever.
Wait, where's my sandwich?
It's just. She put them all out for you guys, and she's like, 6 copper. That should cover it. For you, 8 copper. 'Cause I gave you a second.
Anybody else want honey on their sandwich?
So how much is that all together? Like 2 silver?
Yep.
I'll just give them 2 silver.
Thank you.
Our family is rich as fuck.
Astra loves me.
Just made
Wait,
it
how much do I
very
get?
difficult.
He paid for all of it.
Yeah, I pay for it.
Oh.
Wow, you literally wrote a little freaking cat face with a little blushing. That's adorable.
So, have you guys met anybody interesting today so far? Like, I met this owl, and he was like actually not an owl. He was like actually what's that called? A raven.
What?
So you met my familiar then?
Oh, he's a raven too.
Yeah.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I can-
Yeah, that's right.
I mean, DM's discretion if
Yeah.
I can change it at will because
Yeah.
it's supposed to be you have to do it for like an hour or 10 minutes. But
Yeah.
like if you want me to be able to do that, I can change my owl to a raven.
What spells, cantrips do you have?
It's just like a fine familiar. Or
Oh,
it's
okay.
Yeah.
I would say it probably has to take the full hour just because like if you need something
Well,
on the fly to be able to fly,
Right. Okay, that's
it
fine.
can get broken. Well, we'll say this: like the light creatures you can do. How about that?
Okay.
You know what I mean? So flying to flying versus swimming to swimming. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
yeah.
Versus flying to swimming it would take an hour.
So, okay.
So like the like creatures.
Okay, so yeah, that can be immediate. Yep. Okay, so yeah, I turn to my owl, who is just kind of like on a branch nearby, because he's always nearby.
Yeah.
He's never like he's always like perched.
He's
on
always
me.
attached to you.
Yeah, but
literally.
he's nearby, and I just kind of like flick my wrist, and he kind of like into a raven, and he just goes caw. He kind of like looks at me like, "Why'd you do that?"
And he goes, caw.
That was such a neat trick. I have never learned Find Familiar yet, but I did find this like familiar faces, and it was when you guys walked in.
Well done. Well played. Sandwich?
I already ate.
For us?
I already handed it.
No,
to you.
you
Oh,
did.
did
Yeah,
they?
yeah.
Okay, I'm
Yeah, I added honey to mine.
Oh, okay. In that case, Astra's gonna eat her sandwich. My mistake.
No steak.
Ooh, but a steak sandwich with Gouda though.
It seems a bit heavy for breakfast.
Lunch.
Steak
Yeah, it's about
sandwich with Swiss.
Oh, you've never been to a Seder party, have you?
No.
Oh, dude, they go all out.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's meats and cheeses all day.
It's really helpful to look like them. Though.
It's okay.
I really hope
True.
would minor illusions do
I
that?
started
I think I
thinking
would.
of all the humans that were like mocked and stuff, and she's like,
Don't. I'm sorry if this is too forward, but fair, right? Fair. So do like.
Oh no! Here we go.
It's okay. Take your time.
Does all of your family look like deers, or is like some like horses and some like cows and some like deer? Like how does it work?
What just happened?
they all look like me.
So like they all have the spots.
And she's gonna kind of like look over herself like, yeah.
Are you good?
They're adorable.
Thank you. And
I've
she's gonna
only-
kind of like look at herself like, yeah, they all look like me.
I've only met like the goat satyr before you.
Oh, okay. I mean, we have a few of those, and like, it's like a mix. It's my family's kind of all the same, but it depends.
He was really cool. He really liked the the rainbow carrots and watercress nuts. He loved those.
He like the literal. I put literally everything on a sandwich and he ate it.
Except the tin can.
I don't know. You sure?
You can feed a goat everything but a tin can. He'll eat the paper off the tin can, but not the tin can.
Okay.
Can't bust through that metal.
Doesn't have a taste for it, I guess.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is that like, based on what your family heritage is, determines what your coat looks like.
It's more or less. I mean, we all have kind of more like a lot of us in my village have a lot like more deroid or horse-like features, but I mean that's just kind of standard.
If it makes
Also,
you
why do you have wings?
Oh,
Makes you
that's
feeling better.
me.
That's the same
Sorry, I
everybody.
was looking for something.
Hold up your
I
arm
was
with
looking
me.
for something on D&D Beyond.
Wait, say that again?
Like, if it makes you feeling better, it's kind of the same for everybody, and we hold up the same. Like, we have the same skin color.
Not everybody.
What do you think?
Because I like that.
Like, I was born small.
Tragic.
I mean, I was born small.
Same, small
I
gang.
suppose. I grew up. Kind of.
Yeah, same.
Don't
Small
quite
game.
Remember. But I like the wings.
So you choose to have it? So you can choose what you look like.
Yes.
So you could be green.
I turn green
You could be red.
and red
You could be blue.
and blue
Yellow.
and yellow
Purple.
and purple
Red.
and red
Hey.
again.
Beige.
Hands off purple. That's our game.
And beige.
No.
Wait, can you change color?
Purple gang.
True.
And back to purple.
Yeah.
I can turn red if I hold my breath. Was he?
No.
Oh, I don't think I can.
Use
do
mage
that.
hand to pop her.
Kind of purple.
I don't want to deal with her passed out. Like, she's very excited. I do not doubt that she would literally pass out on the floor in front of us, given half of a chance.
Well, I gotta go meet some of my teachers. I've only met one so far, but I'm really happy I got to see you today, and thank you for helping me with my headache.
It was my pleasure, and I'm so excited that you guys came back, and I can't wait till next time you guys come. I'm literally gonna count the minutes.
I believe
Okay.
that.
How many
I can't
minutes are in a
wait.
day?
Too many.
Should I do hours instead?
Yes,
Hours would be easier on you.
absolutely. You should
But
do ours.
minutes would be more fun.
1.
Okay. And we're gonna leave.
Goodbye, friend.
Goodbye.
Before they leave, Farrah's gonna be like, I hope you have a great rest of your day, and she's gonna give her bardic inspiration.
Oh.
I messed up my counting.
1. Excellent character work. Excellent character work.
I love her.
All right. So we've done 4 of mine, which makes Astra feel very bad because she feels like she's been selfish because her sister has only met
Vastie's
one of
only
them.
met one.
Yeah.
This chocolate water is so good.
Yeah. Chocolate
You
water.
could just call it, chocolate. People
Chocolate
drink
water.
chocolate.
Just chocolate water.
All right. So where are we going? What do you got?
Ooh, we could
Tell
go
me.
to Withershin's Hall.
Withership.
Yeah, Withershin's with the D.
Withership.
I thought we were trying to go over to
What
Chalet
college is
Talmud.
that?
I would bet my life it was.
Oh, you're right. We could go to Grand Loft Hall.
Witherbloom.
Do you have anything in the Grand Loft Hall?
Grand Loft Hall. No.
But it could be fun.
We've got one. She's got one at Pillar Drop. She's got one at.
Let's
Wait, what was
map it
what did
out.
you say?
What is
Conjurat? What was the hall you said?
Grand Loft.
No. She has Fury Gale or Conjurate Hall, which I believe is one of them is a lab.
I think Fury Gale is the lab.
Fury goes away.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
She's got the Rose Stage, which makes sense, and then the Opus Walk or Fury Gale.
We could do
You have
mu-
4 labs.
We could do the.
A lot of labs.
Wait, I
Look
can.
at
we
all
could
these
do the
classes.
Opus walk.
Did you guys-
Do you have the
you have a
Opus
lot
walk?
of-
I
hands-on
don't, but I'm perfectly happy to go with everybody else
So-
and then get to my places
To
later.
give you guys a little help here, if anybody has Conjure Hall, Fury Go, or Opus Walk, they are all in the same Prismari
Those are all
campus.
together. What if we planned out a path so that we can all go together in like a circle?
I
Yeah, we-
have 2 Prismari.
I have none, but I'm perfectly happy to wait.
The Withershims is.
You said Opus Walk and the Conjurate Hall?
Opus Walk, Conjure Hall, Fury Gale are all in Prismari locations.
I pull out the pipe. I can absolutely just smoke some Mallard's leaf while we wait.
Can I have some of that?
Yeah, I'm not your keeper.
You told me I had to wait the last time.
Bessie, are you really gonna ask me if you can smoke something but not listen to me when I say don't eat bad mud?
Well, I learned my lesson.
We're not going to my places.
You know what? I
right
can't
this
complain
time,
about
yeah.
that. So you can have some. You can have some of the. What was it called?
Mallard's leaf.
Yeah, you can have some.
It's really good.
So I
And
think I
Farrah's
Did you
gonna
say
actually.
Mallard's leaf?
Mallard's leaf. Yes.
Farrah's gonna say it's really good. She's gonna smoke a little bit too.
Yeah, I know who Malar is.
Yes. a not terribly evil god of. I used the word evil, god of the nature. That's why it's a bit.
Make a Constitution saving throw or cough.
Oh, true.
Are you guys doing drugs? Yeah, Constitution saves. Let's be real. Guys, I have a drug
Oh
table.
my
I have a drug
ass.
table.
Are you guys
Like, I
doing
got a
drugs?
drug table for you guys?
Why?
I'm not doing anything.
I should have predicted this for college.
+4
You really should have.
You really should have. 100% should
I
have.
told you I was doing this. Why
I
didn't you
know.
plan for it?
Come on, next session.
Yeah.
Drug table.
Constitution save.
Should wasted table.
Bitches.
Alright, yeah, I got a 15.
15 losers.
1 second.
I rolled a 6.
6. Okay.
Liddy
I need a
250.
moment.
I have to say, it's very unfortunate that you keep failing the rolls, but it makes the actual RPing extremely interesting.
Don't you have like a good Constitution save too?
That's pretty good. It's +2.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Mine's +0. I just rolled a 15.
Yeah, she's a rogue, so I think she's proficient in dexterity and wisdom.
I think it might be intelligent.
It might be intelligence. That's true.
Really?
Yeah.
Dexterity and intelligence.
Oh.
Yeah.
Like if you look at my saving throws, my intelligence is a plus, even though my
Yeah.
modifier is negative.
Yeah.
That would be a 9.
Makes sense.
9.
Oh, and there's a
15.
dot.
You're not partaking.
I'm not smoking
I have a
anything.
fabulous constitution
Okay.
and I roll like 5.
Farrah's gonna kind of call that out like.
Anybody who got over a 10, because it's
It's on a
Okay, fine.
It is.
Close.
Constitution.
She was offered.
It's like you said.
No! What?
No. I rolled another natural 20.
Okay. I thought you were like. Okay.
It's like you
Okay,
said.
I was like,
if
oh,
somebody
no.
offers you drugs,
You say thank you.
you say thank you.
Yeah. Because drugs are expensive.
So,
They are? I just grow them.
It's just a gnomish thing.
like the typical situation when someone hasn't done
Although I need to
this
plant some
drug
now.
much,
Mhm.
you have a surprisingly high dollar to this.
That's
However,
and now I have a rye bread.
from my more frequent flyers,
And just whatever helps.
and
And
whatever
when-
fun
and-
Vassy is.
Asher's like, this is pretty good.
We're gonna say that you guys have disadvantage on.
Perception.
Let's go with perception. I think perception's the best way to look at it.
And Asher's like, yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, Farrah's like, yeah, right? Like,
Yeah.
like, neither of them are affected. They're just like,
Yeah, we're like,
yeah,
yeah, nice.
But you feel good.
Do we feel good too?
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Good.
You like have the buzz without the buzz.
Yeah.
If now
yeah,
Mars
yeah.
leaf, why would you
Yeah.
not feel good?
Yeah, we're feeling some good vibrations.
Farrah just starts like kind of playing.
Frequency and vibrations. You got them all.
Asher might be like
Freaking invite.
might be like running her fingers
You know that's
along
from
like
too,
the
don't you?
contours of like her shirt and like just feeling like little bumps on stuff. You know, like things you do when you're
Just
high.
feeling her.
Yeah, just feeling herself.
Farrah notices that. She's like,
Vassie's
she's like,
Yeah, get in on that.
interesting.
The uncommon glamour weave is really nice.
Vassie's just doing this.
I feel much better.
All right, let's
You're
go.
like contemplating what every professor has talked to you about right
Oh,
now.
no.
Like just trying to
Oh no!
understand.
In that case, that means that Asher is literally hand in hand, like pulling her along.
Oh no, did I give her her headache back?
No, the
What
headache
happened
is
to
fine.
that?
She's just.
I don't have a headache. I feel great.
Just contemplating life.
I feel.
I feel
Sweet, I feel
Oh,
amazing.
no.
Alright, so we said we're going to Prismari, right?
Yeah, we're going to the Fury Gate. Fury Gale, sorry.
Sure, wherever that may be.
It's in
There are some dragons that are really old.
Or wait, was Fury Gale in Witherbloom?
See, Fury
Oh,
Gale's
maybe
in
dragon.
what do you call it?
Dragon.
I just went blank.
Prismari?
Prismari. Yep.
Okay, thank
So-
you.
That would be really weird for it to be in Witherbloom next to a Prismari class.
Dragon.
I'm just saying.
Lizard.
But yeah, I know that you got Fury Gale. I know you have Fury Gale.
No.
No? Who else has Fury Gale? You have Fury
I'm
Gale.
Fury Gale.
My bestie.
Alright, so we're good on Fury. Because you have 2 in Fury Gale.
You do?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, one of my labs.
Yeah, you have Voice of the Tempest and Pyromancy for Beginners. I assume that's in Fury Gale. It might also be at Opus Walk, which is also in Prismari, so it's fine.
It's fixed.
But is it like the Sedgemoor where the teachers are not going to be there today?
I guess there's only one way to find out.
Like going to the place that the guy said we shouldn't go to?
Who said that we shouldn't go there?
Well, we should be careful.
Yeah,
Who cares?
he said to be careful. He didn't say not to go.
And he didn't say that the teachers wouldn't be there as well.
Mm-hmm. It might be a good time to see some unruly magic up close.
I am interested to see what the Snarl has been doing, considering that going into the actual Snarl didn't seem to be all that dangerous.
You thought it was going to be bad.
I did think that.
You do stuff.
It felt kind of amazing.
So I'll give you a blowjob.
What if we just sat down right here?
We're earning that E for explicit tag on iTunes. We have to kill ourselves.
Got a snarl job, boys.
So,
We're too old for that shit.
this is Central Campus.
Uh-huh.
And I'll have a first for you guys soon. To the north is Silver Club. Okay.
Mhm.
Sure.
Then you have Quandrix to the northeast.
No, but
Or the Pentagon. The Pentagon idea.
Uh-huh.
Witherbloom
the best.
to the southeast. Prismari southwest. Laurelhold is. Oh, that doesn't show
That
up
does
good
not
at
work
all.
at all. What if you put it right here?
Hold on a sec.
That works.
Yay! Yeah. And then Laurelhold, I said right? Yeah.
Yeah, and we're going to the southwest towards.
You're going to the
Prismari
southwest.
right now.
You're going.
I love that you showed them and then immediately took it away.
in the big phallic area. That's where we're going.
So many buildings are
What do you
phallic
want from me?
shaped.
All right.
I feel like that was the special phallic shape.
It's like architecture.
So-
is a male-led perfect.
Actually, yeah. No, I'm looking at it right now. Like, which is acknowledge.
Yeah. No,
Yo,
So
that's
Like-
something up with that.
Can we
weed.
get a slow clap for that?
yeah, just It's,
Hey, you said slow clap.
You go
anyway,
type it.
let's go. This is audio death right now.
Yeah.
We're dying in the podcast world as we speak.
They love it.
Anyways,
You can also find us in your
nuts.
admittance letter too, by the way, on
Nice.
Sneakers.
Okay.
All right, so you guys are going to Prismari.
Prismari.
Yep.
All right, so you
Astro's
make your
first
way,
choice for college.
Fun.
making your way downtown.
walking fast.
We're not walking fast.
We're distinctly.
We're not homebound.
We're not distinctly walking fast, nor are we
All right,
homebound.
so as you guys make your way, you guys are coming from the. I guess if you're walking southwest.
Uh-huh.
So you
Yes.
come in from the northeast side of the campus.
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
And there's this. I mean, the bridge. It's a bridge to get there. I mean, this is taking some time. Like we're talking. You guys are leaving here at 1:30 to 2 from Isla.
And we need
right?
to like summon spectral steed or something.
There's teleportation circles that you see upper level students using.
Okay.
Not really meant for first
I'd love
years.
to get lower
It's like
levels to
it's
get
kind of like in
it.
Harry Potter how they have the what do you call it? People can
Apparate?
Apparate, right? So it's a higher level thing, and so people are
I could teleport myself.
tons of people are walking the bridge with you, but when you get to Prismari, there's a volcano. Like there is a
Nice.
I mean, steam rising, mountains just. I mean,
That
this
looks
is
dangerous.
a geographical orgasm of land. Okay, and like the bridge
Pay
you're
me a
taking.
word picture, John. I'm right there.
This is, I mean, like the bridge you're taking has these like lanterns that go 20, 30 feet in the air, each a good 10 feet from each other, just lighting your way, and they each fire a different color.
I'm so about
making
this.
your way.
Should we be concerned that is like steaming and smoking?
No, it's cool. It should be fine.
Okay.
Astra is just like stars in her eyes about like different colored fire and stuff. Like she is like, this is awesome.
I mean, you see jagged rocks, rugged spires, and I mean, this is a very intense geothermal activity going on here, right? Temperature drops. Not drops. Sorry, rises.
Okay.
That's how.
I was like,
That's how fucking temperature works.
Wait a second. We're in a fucking bio anomaly
first-
here.
Make a perception check, everybody. Let's see what we got.
Look at that.
Ooh.
Let me just get some more dice.
Let me just go ahead and get more perceptive.
Remember that
Hold on, I have
disadvantage.
You do have disadvantage.
it was still a 17.
Oh, bitches.
plus.
What the fuck?
I rolled a 17 and a 19, man.
I did not.
Jesus!
Come on, chips.
We perceived nothing.
And I didn't.
18.
Plus
5.
0. That would be a 5.
40 men.
Florida
It's
man?
because I was staring into the abyss.
Excuse me?
It's their
It's a Florida man, because you're sure.
Excuse me?
Sorry, Mrs. Alfar, go ahead.
Farrah, you're not a Florida man.
Thank you.
Don't let this bitch
You're
tell
a
you that.
lovely lady,
Florida
Farrah.
woman.
I got a
Whoa,
2.
man.
What was yours again? Yours was
5.
yours is the highest then, right?
18.
Okay.
I was distracted by all the free
So-
lights. Yeah.
As per not usual.
Her not natural.
As per never.
We could just stay right here.
You're looking and
with everything.
you guys are sweating. You're just like, this is beautiful, but holy shit, it's at a cost.
I-
Like, you know-
Let me
Can I
take
make a
my
mage
boots
hand
off
to-
really
yeah, you can.
quick.
Yeah, you can just start fanning it.
I'm going
Mage
to
hand.
take my boots off and sling them over my shoulder.
You want to feel the hot ground.
I want to not be sweating in my leather boots that go all the way up to everywhere.
Okay, this is gonna be interesting. So, yeah, it's hot, but there is a sense of a breeze because you guys are, to paint a picture, about 300 feet in the air on this bridge, over a ravine. The bridge itself is a good 50 feet wide.
That's scary.
Yeah, so if you walk to the edge, it's
50 feet is pretty wide.
Oh, it's a pretty wide bridge. Don't get me wrong. It's a very, very wide bridge, but the look down is 200-300 feet down, and then there's a ravine under that, right? So I mean, it's a big drop.
I think Farrah is like.
They probably have some sort of,
You guys, let's be honest. You're also pushing in the hottest part of the day too, just past 1 where it's really starts.
Well, I'm mostly scared of the height. I'm like,
Yeah.
Does Farrah feel the heat in her hooves?
No.
I changed my feet
Oh.
to look like hers.
I'm fucking fire resistant.
You are. Also, I'm going to be using Druidcraft to make a breeze.
I changed my
And,
feet
like
to
I said,
look like Farrah's.
There is
so
a
that it's
breeze
no
on
longer
this.
a problem.
Like, I mean, remember, Prismari is
Like-
not just fire, right? It's,
A nice breeze.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I got you. So you finally see it. It's this spiral, glassed-in observation at the top, gigantic phallic structure. I mean, which is called.
Sometimes there's no way to get around it, boys.
It's constantly changing, like the strands of elemental energy
it's not pulsing, is
as
it?
it's encircling the structure. So you see fire and water and rubble and wind just twirling around it like a vortex around it.
That looks like it'd be really fun to ride on.
The very top,
Yes!
the very top of it, like I said, is this glass structure.
Farrah's gonna like
Think Seattle with the the top of the
Space Needle.
yes.
Cotton Candy wants to ride the giant phallic thing. Just so everyone
The rocks that are
understands.
spinning
Yeah, everyone
around them.
just so everyone
Have it?
understands what's happening.
You
here.
you could
You want
imagine.
to ride the rocks too? Yeah, just
No,
give me a
no.
circle.
No. Can you get that big?
Oh.
Sorry, what?
No. Like for the building or the rocks that I really want to ride.
Oh. Okay. This is so awkward.
I was just
Wow.
talking length. I wasn't talking girth. I'm just gonna be honest.
He said there were things flying in circles, and that sounded like fun.
Oh. Okay. There's just a
glasses
little.
off, head, hands.
This is in character. Like I'm
Absolutely.
not this
Glasses
inebriated.
on.
My character doesn't have glasses, but if she did.
Neither of your characters have glasses.
Yeah, I don't like making my character like, hey, they can't see. It sucks.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying. They
Damn
took
you,
his-
Percy, for being the best of us.
First, he didn't need his glasses.
No, he didn't. It's obviously for show.
It was
I'm
literally
sorry, Allison, but we all
Yeah.
know.
like, oh yeah, little glasses that are this big that he wears down here.
We
Yeah.
know that you're just a fan of steampunk.
He just needed it to read
He
little
needed
words.
bifocals. My mother pushes her glasses down too.
Yeah, 'cause
Not in character.
You're speaking in characters. I was confused.
you have a mom.
Maybe.
Wow.
You're killing Martha.
All right.
Anyway.
Anyway.
So, you could imagine the view from that turret, that central turret there.
that has probably inspired many of artists' creations, right? I mean, what they can see from the top of
Do
there.
you think my wings would carry me up to the turret?
If the
Have you
DM
ever
says
flown
so.
before?
I don't think so.
That is Conjurat Hall.
I mean, I'm certainly willing to.
Contra?
Hell.
And you have how many there? That's fucking. Astra is a little jealous at this point.
I just won't.
I'm gonna learn to yell at stuff.
Hell yeah! High five.
Can't you just turn your arms into wings?
Why? I can make the wings bigger.
Let's go to my class.
Yeah.
She
Where's
says,
where you
looking
going
at the
with
DM, hopefully.
Okay, so if it's
She said I could
on
fly.
the other half of Or, does that mean it's the lab and the professor's not there?
Yeah.
Okay. So we need to go to Fury Gale and Opus Walk.
Okay. Which one do you want to go to first?
What if we
Let's
started?
go to Fury Gale.
I was going to say the Opus Walk. Because
Okay.
you had something at the Opus Walk.
Yep.
So, to get to Fury Gale, you have to take the pathway to Conjurat Hall. Conjurat Hall houses many of the students of Prismari at the base. And it gets thinner, obviously, as it goes into the air. But most of the students live at the base, and the lecture halls are in the middle of the shaft, if not the top of it. And so, as you make your way around it, the structure is, the base of it is like pyramid, like a pyramid structure. There's a three-sided feel to it that then becomes more cylindrical as it goes up. Kind of like the idea of like a rocket ship, right? Yeah, like think like
Sure, yeah.
basic rocket,
Yeah.
you know, kind of feel with the fins.
Mhm.
And you look around, and the structure itself is various metals, like metals you haven't seen before.
That meat is hitting me so hard right now.
I
An
cannot
apple juice.
articulate.
Yeah.
I cannot articulate how lambasted.
At the outskirts of the Prismari campus, the abandoned creations of thousands of past artist mages have coalesced for years and years.
Yikes.
This has made the notorious region of Fury Gale. Roped off by magical wards and warning signs in all various languages. Fury Gale is several acres.
Is there one in Infernal?
Yeah.
Astra gets a kick out of that. She doesn't usually see Infernal. So it's one of those things like, oh yeah, our mom taught us that, and then it's like, doesn't get a whole lot of practical use, but whenever she sees it, she like gets a little like, oh, okay, that's fun.
It's acres of just, it's changing magical, ever-changing magical energy. It's gales of ice, wind, and fire.
It's chaos.
But beautiful, right? It's chaos, but beautiful.
Absolutely.
It's elementals and elements, they've just gone rogue. They've gone against the substance that holds them together.
Like
right?
fire that looks like water, or earth that acts like fire. That sounds fucking sick. Water that just flows like air.
As you walk further and further past the warnings, there's a sense of silence. There's no students where you are. The temperature's changed. It's gotten cold. Almost takes the breath out of you.
And I like,
You can hear
rubs her hands into the scarf.
I conjure some little penguin feathers down my arms to keep me
We're
warm.
just gonna kind of like bundle up a little bit. with
And
our arms.
then you hear it. It starts off with a little, like an echo, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of a falling rock. And ice starts to split all around you. And that's where we're going to end our session today.
Okay.
Covered in penguin.
And with sword strong.
Yeah, when the falling rocks start to like pick up, Asher just like instinctively
And it's
pulls
both
out her
the
katana.
melee.
She's not like in a dancing stance like she normally would be, but she's just like, what's going on?
Yeah, you had the choice between Fury Gale and Opus Walk, and I was just like, oh, I think I hinted earlier that Fury Gale was like the
Super dangerous and we shouldn't go there.
So I was like, oh, all right, let's do it. Everybody's going Opus Walk right now.
Listen, you asked Vassy.
Hey, I love it. I love it.
Asher doesn't.
You are in.
She doesn't friggin'.
You're in a dangerous territory, but you're still in the outer perimeter, right, of dangerous. You're not like in the heart of Fury Gale, which is
Sure.
You know.
Okay.
So.
Listen, I'm not gonna skip classes.
Bassy's like, I'm not skipping classes. School is not for fools.
This is where the class is. This is where I'm going.
Instead of my schedule, Opus Walk or Fury Gale. That means or, not and.
Listen. Mama raised a fool, but she didn't raise a quitter.
Okay. So.
Thank you. You're the best. Also, Sirenscape, thank you so much for the beautiful sound effects and music. And if you are running any D&D campaigns or even anything that isn't necessarily D&D 5e, we recommend it because we really like it. It sets the mood. It's really fun, and the list of sounds and music is exhaustive.
Even if you just want a soundtrack for like your life, cleaning
Truly.
and you want some like thunderbolts or something,
Or you need some
Or
background
lightning.
noise while you're
Very,
studying.
very frightening.
I'm not
Me?
sure how Sirenscape is going
Galileo.
to portray lightning.
It will portray thunder.
We
Well, they have it.
found
No, they
yet.
have it. They have it.
Thunder.
They have. You
We
don't
have-
know what lightning sounds like?
There's so much.
Kind of sounds like thunder.
More than we've even been able to explore so far, and we've done a lot of dicking around on.
Hey, we've
them, so
explored a
it's-
lot in this group.
We are continually more and more. So thank you.
For all of your TTRPGs.
Yes. So, thanks for tuning in to Lizards and Locations. We look forward to hopefully session 3 with getting this this whatever is about to happen. You guys haven't seen it yet; you've just been hearing it, and continuing our first week of orientation/classes as we go into this. With that being said, also check out our other campaigns that we have going on. Like we have our newly named Pillars of Creation, aka Once Redacted, aka led by the one, the only Andrew. We're looking forward to soon getting into our Shroud, led by Mary, and really kind of taking that horror twist with fucking shit up.
Before we get into Strahd, I am gonna do a playtest for my homebrew fear system. So don't be a stranger. Tune in when it goes up, and then when Strahd rolls around, we'll have a fine-tuned fear system ready to go and ready to roll, and it'll be extra spooky for everyone.
There's a lot of interesting things that might go into that system too. Like there might be a little bit of Darkest Dungeon, there might be a little bit of Monster of the Week, there might be a little bit of Call of Cthulhu. Like there's going to be a lot of different things that we're going to be pulling from to make a custom idea that I think will fit right into the Curse of Strahd kind of like the plan that Dungeons & Dragons, while a great game, doesn't necessarily handle fear in a deep or like comprehensive manner. It's like, oh yes, are you frightened? Yes, no.
It's very flavor-based, and I wanted to make it a little more quantitative.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
With that being said, one of our goals we've talked about as a group is, getting these things really started and then eventually throwing out just one-shots of other mechanics, that we've talked about.
Got a lot of one-shot.
We've followed different Kickstarters, and we've wanted to support some of the community and TTRPG game builds, and we've been fans of and trying out our own little systems and stuff like that. So we're really excited for showing you guys what we have. As always, tune in, Lizards and Locations. You can find us on YouTube, you can find us on Twitch, We'll be getting our contact information up there, so you can send like fan art. If you want to make donations to Patreon, all those things we thank you for. They help us do what we're doing, and we love doing it. So, thanks.